What's up, everybody?
Hi, everybody.
We're back. We have arrived, and we have brought you Mortal Kombat 11 footage. Kenny's not here.
Hi.
Steven's not
We went
here.
to Combat Con.
Wooly has replaced everybody.
Canadian Kenny, what's good?
Wooly will replace Simmons next week, and then me the week after.
Slowly but surely.
And he will just move from seat to seat and converse with himself.
We take over.
That is what will happen.
Kenny, is that spelled with a K?
Canadian Kenny? It has to be because it's Mortal Kombat Day.
Canada.
Canada with a K.
Zothia, thank you, dude. So, we played quite a bit of MK11.
Yeah, you got in a hell of a time.
I got very lucky because I got like a corner spot and like the back, and I went in at 1:30 and no one asked me to leave.
Yeah, you kind of held that corner.
Yeah,
the whole time.
And I had to play a whole bunch of different people, and I got to mess around a lot with stuff. Steven!
Kenny.
Hi.
You look different.
Kingdom Kai, thank you, dude.
Canadian Kenny.
Canadian King, yes. Steven. So, Steve, you got like a couple hours worth of time as well.
Yeah. There you go. Ready to sit. There you go. Well, fuck.
No, it's all good. I got the stool.
I
was gonna sit next to.
You gave me shades and you had a backup
God.
pair.
You had a backup pair of shades. They're broken.
Backup pair of shades.
They're broken.
Oh my god.
Liberated Phoenix. Thank you very much, dude.
Well, damn. Son.
This man had shades
C
just
is
in
double.
case.
Yeah, I forgot that I had an extra pair.
of shades.
I had an emergency pair.
We have our Mortal Kombat USB drive.
Cheers.
Holy shit.
Yes,
we got
lots of stuff for you to see.
Actually, we have a bag that we got.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Mail time.
Hey, we got a mail time. Super bro, thank you, dude.
Swag bag.
Swag.
I gotta
Swag.
plug this one in instead. This was one of a few.
It's not swag, it's swag.
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 So,
Schwarbage.
And oh boy, howdy, have we been talking a lot about
Yeah, we
MK11. Like,
thoughts.
we have
Lots
been
of
talking
thoughts.
lots of thoughts and
Thoughts and first impression.
and thoughts.
Oh, shit.
Where?
Where? Thoughts?
Where they at?
Where the thoughts at? Oh, shit.
Do you guys want to see?
We're thinking of thoughts. We're thinking of thoughts.
We're
We're in our
thoughts.
heads.
Okay, so
I
inside.
got thoughts in my head. We're thinking of thoughts in our heads, chat.
There we go.
Don't get the wrong idea.
So I'm gonna fire.
So
some
in there,
footage.
you get the coin that was given to you by.
Unfortunately, our fucking microphone was
Somewhere.
on, which was turned off. So it recorded us.
Recorded you talking?
Recorded us talking.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, the mics were baked in. Yeah.
I was missing that because I kept seeing the volume
Kenny's
go up and down on the
echo
mic.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought
like,
it was muted too.
Yeah, I thought it was
and they were
muted
like,
too.
the person that was there, she said, they can't hear us. So,
Yeah.
the mic was
Remember that Back to the
okay.
Future?
The mics were baked in. The chat, we got some.
Guys, this is,
stuff to show off.
Going on in my eBay.
Well, there was a couple of footage of you not playing the game. I mean, you not talking, we were just playing the game.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's definitely a lot of footage. We got a
see
bunch.
this.
Oh, that's right. That's
Swag.
What's in the bag?
What's in there? So we got this cool duffel bag.
Yeah.
Okay, duffel bag, but what?
the homie Teak. Thank you, dude. Oh wow.
Literal hourglass.
Yeah.
Hourglass.
So is that an hour's worth of jism?
Yeah.
Like what is it? Is
Well,
that
I mean, as you can see, it's very.
is it actually an hour?
Yeah.
Papa Sneaks. Thank you, dude.
It's an hour worth of meter.
It's time travel.
So Kenny, the best thing that could happen with an hourglass is that you go back in time to when the Cyber Initiative happened, and Cyrax has to fight his cyborg version of himself.
Yes.
in
Yes.
time to
Yes.
fix the timeline.
We actually talked about that, man,
What is
and
it?
how dope that would be. Literally, that's it. You get the bag. You get the coin that was in the
Invitation.
In the invitation, you get the coin.
Coin.
That's a different one. That's a
Oh,
coin for a
different coin.
drink.
It's actually like this.
I kept
It's
those.
actually the coin. Yeah, it's a
A booze coin.
booze coin. Yeah.
I'm gonna be traveling back with
Anyway.
that in my lap in the plane.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ask me what time it is.
Yo.
I'll show you.
You're like, hey man, what time is it? Boom.
Man, I think I like this
It's
thing even
called
more.
that.
I like that.
I think I like this even more
Yeah.
than
Right?
the Mike guy, Devil Kirby fan.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you
feel
guys.
you. I like that thing.
I think I like this even more.
Oh, also,
Jesus.
I gotta be honest. I got me a bag just like that. I'm keeping my bag, but as far as the hourglass goes, I think I might do a giveaway.
Was
other
that
thing.
all that was in there?
It was it.
Yep.
Oh, there was no shirts or anything.
No shirts.
I was hoping for a shirt.
Jesus!
I was hoping for a
We're gonna
shirt.
have to bug some people. Kenny got branded.
Hey-o.
Get it up there, Kenny.
Part of
Willie
the
versus
MK.
West Coast.
West Coast.
I'm
This
part
man
of the
got
MK.
scarred.
So
life
it's
crew.
official.
The Madman.
Yeah.
Kenneth
He fucking did it.
is now in combat. He will be representing Earthrealm in a week and a half. Don't
Yeah.
slap it, JJ.
It is a part.
Don't slap
I
it.
want to touch it. I was like,
It is a part.
poke. Ow, quit it.
When it starts to
Ow,
glow,
quit it.
It is
Watch
a
out.
part.
You're
the
getting
throne
out
is
of
in
the way.
danger.
Yeah, right,
Mr.
exactly.
Payne, thank you. Yes, it starts to glow.
So
when
net-
orcs are around.
Somebody another was it
JJ also got Garrus. Fun fact and message. Thank you.
Hey-o.
JJ also got Ed to sign her bracelet.
Oh, that's cool.
We still got our bracelets on and
Yeah, I still
everything.
got my.
So Alan over at Warner Brothers or NetherRealm, he's like, "Yo, Kenny, we're going to the event. Would you want to get a Mortal Kombat tattoo?"
And he's
I'm
like, yes.
"Let's go. Let's fucking go." Right? And then it's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be by Mr. Cartoon." The guy's like super famous celebrity tattoo artist. I'm like, even better. So the guy has like a 6-month
thing,
wait
like-
list.
like- some
Winja,
people
thank you,
get-
dude.
Some people get tattoos where they're like, I don't know about this a couple years later.
Yeah.
Kenny with a Mortal Kombat tattoo, every morning you're going to wake up
Yeah.
like,
I'll kiss it. I'll
there
kiss
it
it.
is.
I don't think we got much else swag wise.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
this was what's going over a lot of the new mechanics.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
let's begin the discussion. We got a lot of footage. I got 2 hours
So
worth
you-
on here.
About 5 hours of gameplay, right?
I would say me personally about 3.5 to 4
Okay.
on myself.
1:15, an hour,
Between
15 hours.
everybody,
Yeah, I got about
Okay.
almost an hour.
I put time is at 5 o'clock MWG. Thank you guys. I put the most time into Raiden and Sub-Zero. And Steven, who did you play primarily?
I chose
Sonya.
Sonya.
Kenny
and,
played the new dude.
I played
Garrus?
and
Wizkid, thank you.
Blood Girl.
And
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of my time was with Garrus.
Garrus.
Yeah.
And Simonth
I played everybody. Really.
Messed around with everybody?
I felt the best.
with Baraka, right?
Baraka was like the one that I actually like. I just this felt the most natural and fun to me.
So I will say, I went back and I was watching some of the stream archive footage because I had to put together our reaction compilation because it was like either recording us or the screen.
Yeah.
So I had to put in between. I was watching the game on stream feed, Will Power, and I was watching this feed right here, which is once again stream feed, obviously on your end. Game looks a lot better in person. This is
Yeah.
one of those games where visually, I think the stream footage and even capture like video doesn't hold up.
And
I'm
actually,
going
it's
to.
fuzzier and shit here.
I
I'm
was gonna
going.
say, is the capture device not getting the
Oh,
the,
dude,
the highest
it
quality
is
it possibly can?
that is absolutely getting the highest quality it possibly can.
The game's gorgeous.
Yeah.
the
Like
game
when we
is-
saw
This isn't
it,
doing it justice.
the reveal and then up
The
in
art style is
very pretty.
the art style is incredibly well preserved. Like it is essentially like MKX meets MK9 with a whole bunch more visual flourish. Does Garrus regain health? Thank you.
I did not see.
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
But there's
goddamn tech
an
turtle.
entire variation
Tech
that
turtle.
we weren't able to.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird stuff that we weren't able to mess around with.
Yeah.
That was kind of like locked behind stuff. Tech Turtle, thank you for the 10 gift subs.
Yeah, there's some mechanics that we still like weren't able to figure out by the end of our time with it.
I'd argue this is the best, in terms of just a visual aesthetic,
Yeah.
the best looking fighting game of all time.
Yeah.
I'd say artistically and execution wise, that actually goes to Dragon Ball and Guilty Gear, still, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk about like shot for shot, like visual fidelity, MK11 is probably the best looker out there.
I'm still a sucker for like art design and excerpts sort
Yeah,
of
I know.
anime style, so I'm always gonna lean
It's like
that way.
personally, I say it goes
Yeah.
to Dragon Ball and Exert.
Yeah.
But if we want to
talk.
talk about like on a technical,
The facial expressions, like
Oh, God.
especially during the fatalities and the
Yeah.
multiple X-rays style moves, a lot of the detail put into like the mocap aspect.
Better than Tekken 7?
Really tight.
Tekken
Really,
7
really
is
tight.
a game from 2014.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta. I think Tekken 7 is a very good looking game, but Tekken 7
Yeah,
looks
look at
kind
Kano in the
of
back, chat.
a little dated nowadays because it's an older game.
The newer stages in Tekken 7 look way better than the older ones. Like you see a massive difference.
You want to see Tekken 7 showing its age? Let Noctis win around and look at his sweaty ass. It's like, ugh.
I mean, I don't think people like Negan are gonna look any better.
We'll see, man. Well, we already seen him. He looks okay.
Yeah.
But funny enough, I popped in Dead or Alive 5 the other day. And,
It's a good looking.
It's a good looking game, but there's a castle stage that's almost exactly like the Tekken castle stage.
Yeah.
But looks way older.
Way
worse.
older. Well, yeah, DOA 5 is technically a game from 2012.
But this thing though, like all
Johnny
three-
Boo.
The zoning,
though.
yeah.
Don't worry.
We're gonna get there.
Don't
That's what
worry.
we're talking about.
We have had plenty conversations
Yeah.
That was
about
our car ride
the
back.
gameplay. We are beginning with the things we love
Yes,
about
exactly.
Mortal Kombat 11. Story mode looks absolutely incredible.
Looks bonkers. Dude.
On a visual level that I don't even know how that can go beyond 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how are you going to keep a story that is going to keep that kind of visual fidelity for that long? Like, it's just
all signs
incredible.
All signs point towards NetherRealm continuing to set the trend in terms of this is what a fighting game story mode should
Yes.
be.
Yeah.
Everyone has
The
been
thing is-
trying to copy that for the
and
last couple of
nobody's-
years.
Yeah, they're getting
no
it
one's
wrong.
even getting
Nope,
close.
they're not getting it close.
Yeah, no one's even getting close.
Street Fighter was a travesty.
So, outside of that, customization, we did get a bunch of footage of.
Yeah, I have a lot of footage of customization and
Kenny's
everything.
got some.
Did you get to the menus of the customization menus
Yes.
and stuff like that?
I did get a bit of that,
There
too.
is a menu of 2 characters that look like Sonya and
It is.
Oh, well, we talked about
Yeah.
that. There's several character confirmations.
Soft
to the artwork.
confirms.
The
Soft
soft
confirms.
confirms.
Right.
Rain is over there.
Yeah.
Sonya.
Cassie.
Cassie is also in there.
That is,
fighting
yeah, the
Kang.
person that's in there is not so. That is Cassie.
That's Cassie.
Yeah, it
we
says
know.
Cage on the
And
back.
Cassie's already shown in another trailer.
Right,
Yeah.
and apparently,
and she's saying Katana in that trailer.
Yeah.
And Katana
Yeah.
was one of the characters
Empress
in
of the
menu, too.
Underworld.
so what it looks like in that menu,
Barack Obama.
Barack
Great name.
Obama.
in that menu, what it looks like she's fighting Kano. I've been told that it's not Kano. It is Kano's son. Kano
Oh,
has
that
a
was from a
son.
previous league.
There's a Kano-looking person.
Yeah.
It's Kano's son, Keenus.
Kano's in the background of one
Yeah.
of the stages.
This is what you wanted, chat. You want the ninjas fighting each other. This is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that actually made me really happy
Yeah.
because I was just walking around the sort of little like display area they had, and so I was just talking to this guy, and I just mentioned, I wanted
Tahoe, thanks.
I wanted Rain in the game, but he's
What
not
up, Warrior
here.
Rep from the 6th? Thank
And
you.
this guy says, dude, check this out. Like, he just interrupts the conversation and just, look at this. He shows me the phone. He's like, oh, yeah, that's the title screen. That's fucking Rain. And I'm like, whoa, okay, hold on. Run back into the game station area. And I double confirm it. I'm like, yeah, Conquest mode on the title screen.
Rain.
That's something.
That is Rain.
Alchaos the Fister and Koala. Thank
There's
you.
a lot of
dude. Holy
crazy
shit.
stuff we're just getting from the.
So
streets
there's
itself.
like a soft confirmed list of characters that's
Yeah.
already been compiled on Test Your Mind. We'll go over that.
Okay.
So there's like, holy shit, long flops. God damn, dude. Thank you very much, man. Holy fucking Stark. Customization we got to mess through. A lot of customizing.
It's crazy.
options.
So I'll show you how it
I'm
works.
sorry.
Actually, customization works.
Just see that?
What'd I do?
Well, Scorpion just crossed you up legitimately. That was a legitimate Street Fighter cross.
Wait. He was blocking, and it hit him, and it
crossed him
opened him up.
It was a legitimate cross.
I was doing cross-ups with Garrus with his
Really?
body splash.
Yeah, body
I thought-
splash.
But they're
Watch this. That's a cross.
Yes, okay.
That is a
On-
legitimate
with
cross-up.
block.
Oh,
That-
holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that-
actually not him turning direction.
Yeah.
because that's the whole point of MK. Was
Is that new?
That is fucking new.
Okay, because I was doing
you know
it
what that
all day.
is?
You were doing all that.
Yeah.
I saw.
You know
I
what?
saw Sonya do that.
You know what that is? That's injustice. And we'll get to it, chat.
Okay.
This game is the love child of MKX and Injustice 2.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about why.
Mechanics.
So yeah, we all those things we talked about, we absolutely loved. Like
Yeah.
there are so much in this game that is so fucking amazingly beautiful and crafted, and the visual fidelity is on another level that I cannot.
And what you're seeing is not doing it justice right now.
What you're seeing doesn't do it justice. So let's talk about the gameplay.
They made these changes to the way bar works by splitting it into defense and offense.
Yes.
But the bar is not meter in a traditional sense. It's like stamina. It's literally, I heard someone call it stamina.
Yes.
In the sense that it regens automatically.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like ult.
So when you spend it, you just wait.
You just wait and it comes back.
And it comes back like a Dark Souls stamina
The
meter.
severity of the loss depends on how big the move is.
Yes.
Like
Negative
if
to
you
combat.
if you do, for example, there's no breaker in this game.
Breakers are gone.
There's no way to break out of a combo. However, like Injustice 2, you can flip out of juggles. So if you have specific timing when you're at the peak of a juggle, you can go poof and like pop out and back.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like Injustice where you can
That's
choose the
Injustice.
direction
Yeah,
you go to.
Injustice.
Injustice 2.
Yeah.
But that takes all of your
Defense.
defense gauge. However, wasn't a lot of juggles.
Yeah. No.
Right.
Most of the
right at early, day one, not a lot of juggles.
Yeah.
Most of the defense meter was lost to wake up reversals.
Yes. So one other thing you can use defense on, you can wake up and do reversal attacks. Those are now universal. You can do up and triangle,
Yeah.
up 2, and that's a launcher that beats jump-ins and throws.
Yeah.
Or you can do up and 3, and that beats grounded attacks. So if someone's on the ground and they're not jumping at you, you want to do up 3 because you're going to jump in and kick in the face. That is the same for every character, but it's different what move they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it burns one defense.
For instance, when it comes to Sonya's Wake Up 1-2, it stops only anti-airs. Anybody that's on the ground attacking her, she'll get stuffed, and you just wasted a meter. Actually wasted 2 meters because it takes off your defense and your offense.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Garrus, it takes off regardless of if he's doing the 1-2 or the up 2 or the up 3. He will always stuff the other guy. So
Yeah.
it's different for each character depending on.
Yeah,
what
the actual execution is slightly different for every character, but
Yeah.
their general purpose either is either launcher or
Yeah.
get off me, and both seem, I think, unsafe. It depends on the character.
Yeah.
But
Well, like they're armored too.
Yes, they're armored.
yeah.
They're armored.
And I believe that if I believe you're
get my
Sub-Zero
notes.
Max, you did the wake up,
I got
and then
my
you
notes.
you did the wake up and you hit me, and you were also able to connect to a combo right after.
That's the launcher.
That's the launcher.
The launcher
Okay,
one.
the launcher
Yeah.
connects
Only if
to
you
it.
jump at me is that gonna land.
Oh yeah, right.
If you're on the ground and you just punch me, it'll beat the shit
you
out
beat
of
this
it.
shit up, but then
It counters jump-ins.
So it hits me as I'm jumping at you, and then you can do an air juggle right
Yes,
after that.
you actually
Very
get a
nice.
combo after it.
So think about it. Somebody's whooping on you. They drop you to the ground. You get up. You do a air reactionable combo, and all of a sudden you get a free combo after that. That's really fucking good.
yeah, the other thing that drains defense is interactables and running off the walls.
Oh, okay, the
that,
defense.
that
okay.
drains the defense meter as well.
Interesting. Okay.
There you go.
Because
So-
a lot of people were doing that. The wall.
A lot of people are going to be asking, so what's the meter? How do you get the meter back? And depending on what you do, is how much you lose.
Yes.
And some things will take the whole bar, and depending on what you do as well, it actually affects how quickly it regenerates. So if you do some things, if you like
that's
use
right,
an
that's
interactable,
right. I
it
was told
recovers
that.
really fast.
Yeah.
But if you do something else like a wake up attack, it recovers a bit slower.
Yeah.
So different recovery rates, and that's the thing. You don't have to worry about building the meter back. It's automatic.
Yeah.
There's the exact timing I've noticed when it empties with normal EXs is there's a slow progression to build up the first bar.
Yeah.
And then about the point that it hits let's say 10% into the second, it just
Yeah.
goes really quick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So, in fact, I kind of like the defensive mechanics in this game. Yeah, PS4 Pro question mark. Thank you.
Yes.
I kind of like the defensive mechanics. I think they're
Yeah.
kind of interesting. I like wake up rolls.
Yeah.
I think the execution of them is very weird.
Yes.
You have to wait till you're woken up and then press the button and back with flip stance. And you do a backwards roll, a defensive roll, or an offensive roll.
Yeah.
So if someone tries to meaty you, you can roll through their ass and punish them for trying to meaty you.
That's why I wasn't getting it consistently.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Okay.
And I got punished
Okay.
several times. Several times.
Yeah.
For doing this shit.
Yeah.
The other big defensive mechanic, and this is the one that you're not going to see a lot very early on,
Perfect block.
is called Perfect Block.
Yep.
And Perfect Block is essentially a parry with the block button. There's no red parry. Like, if someone has a tight string where they're just like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, if there's no gap in there, you're screwed.
It's more like a just defend than a parry.
I was gonna
It
say
is
it's like
very
a
just defend like, so you need a gap.
Yeah.
So if there's a string where they go 1, 1, 3, and that 3 has an obvious startup animation, you can let go of block and then tap it right as they hit you, and you get what's called a perfect block.
Then you have a frame or two to counter.
The only reason you would want to do a perfect block is what is essentially an alpha counter. Remember those like wake up options you have where you can do the launcher or the get off me. You can essentially do those without getting off the ground. And those, I think that costs all the bar.
One of each.
One of each.
One of each. Okay,
One of
yeah,
each?
because it's offensive and defensive. It's going to take one defense bar and one offense bar. But if you know what your opponent's doing and they keep doing the same exact string and there's a gap, you can perfect block, respond with the attack, and then launcher them to get a little bit of damage.
If you don't do one of those wake up specials as well, like the perfect block has a faster recovery, like a
Yes.
parry would, so
Yeah.
you can actually just
That's right.
respond as well.
Yeah. You can
So there is, and this is just a question for me, there is no single move that takes up all 2 bars on both sides.
You would think a breaker would, but
You would
breakers
think
are
a
gone.
breaker
Yeah, right,
would.
yeah.
Yeah, you.
Breakers are gone,
But
but
they're gone.
even and you would think a breaker would, and it would make everything take forever to come back.
Yeah.
Because
But-
it is very weird to play an MK game.
Without combo breaker.
Yeah,
But,
but there hasn't been
yeah.
a ton of need to break.
Because the combos aren't very long in this
Yeah.
game. And that's a big thing. However, combos still do good damage. Like, for example, my Sub-Zero combos that I was doing, which I spent the most time with Sub and figured out some good shit, they're doing 30 to 40%. But that is costing 1 bar. However, my EX, or whatever the hell, actually, that's meterless, sorry. That's costing no bars. What I'm ending up using a lot of my meter on is EX Ice Ball to plow through other projectiles and make space, because you're going to be using projectiles to make space quite a bit in this game.
Damage wasn't. We weren't seeing
Anonymous.
percentages in this build.
Yeah, it was-
There was no
We were just
percentages.
seeing numbers, but the damage was high on a lot of things.
Yes, and it
The
seemed generally
counters.
damaging.
Was ridiculous.
Counters are-
on damage. Ridiculous on
So,
damage.
I mean,
to the
and
point-
we'll explain crushing blows. Is that punishing blows?
Yeah,
Crushing
Yeah,
blows.
Crushing blows and
Calling
fatal
that.
blows.
Yeah.
First off, let's get to. I like the defensive mechanics. Let's get to the offensive.
Yeah.
And this is where things get a little hairy.
So
So, you want to? Do you have
wanna
anything
do
to
the-
interject, Kenny?
the crushing or the fatal blow.
No. We're talking
Offense
about.
in general.
We're talking about the offensive meter.
Footsies.
Footsies.
Is the word of the day.
Yes.
Today is brought to you by
Footsies.
Footsies.
That's secret
Yeah.
word!
I love Footsies. I love Street Fighter.
Yes.
Exactly.
Street Fighter is all about footsies.
Yeah.
I mean, most Street Fighter, most footsies, like hardcore jumping and walking back and forth footsies, is kind of delegated to Street Fighter.
Counter-poking.
Counter-poking, whiff punishing.
With punishing.
That is not only for Street Fighter, but Street Fighter excels.
Yeah,
Like, that is a Street Fighter thing.
Yep.
Tekken, wonderful example of footsies. But there's not as much jumping in that game, for the most part. And that I kind of prefer on a personal level footsies and Tekken, because you get to focus so much on the ground
Okay, it's
without
the
having to deal
verticality. Yeah.
with the jumping and
Sure.
stuff.
Okay.
So when it comes to SF, I'm not actually like a huge fan of Street Fighter quote unquote footsies, which is why I like Third Strike, because they can jump and fucking just parry.
That's fair.
Even though there's a lot of footsies in Third Strike.
I love me some Footsies. But yeah,
So for the most part, this game is very footsies heavy.
short hops.
Extremely. We'll talk about short
Yeah,
hops
okay,
too.
yeah.
This game very much wants you to walk back and walk forward and whiff and wait and punish, because so much of what a character does in this game is this, or is this, or is one of these, or is rushing the fuck forward. So much of what characters do, lunge is Superman 4-2-3.
Getting in is not
Easy.
easy, and it's not easily obtainable. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of moves for getting in.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of closing the gap in this game, unless you have a character that has a special that closes the gap. Like Sub-Zero's slide is amazing.
Yep, there's teleports that like 3 of the cast have.
Raiden has a teleport he can get in with, and I think
Garrus has the sand clone he can use.
Yes.
Some
I didn't know how the sand clones work though.
I don't know if you noticed, Chad. So they brought back dash canceling, meaning that when you have a dash, you can cancel it with an attack, but apparently not a block.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently they took away
Whoa.
block canceling,
Yeah. So
so it's not like MK9.
Underdog was trying that out, and like you aren't able to interrupt your dash with a block halfway through.
Yeah. And that was a big part of MK9's
Spacing.
spacing and zoning and strategy. The other thing is that the dashes don't go very far.
No.
Like, they're kind of like a step.
Yeah, it
more
is.
than a dash. Imagine about half the distance it felt of MK9.
Yeah.
Uh,
I remember dashing and thinking, I'm like, am I dashing? Is this a
Yeah,
dash?
and the
Because
walk
it literally
step.
looks like a step.
And
We just did a back dash right there.
the walk speed is very slow. For everyone, it feels like every character is heavier than I've ever felt a Mortal Kombat character.
Yes.
And when they jump, they feel kind of floaty.
Yes, the jumps are very like they're made of fucking helium.
Yeah. they're very
So there's a
floaty.
lot of time to respond to jumps.
Everyone's a little
and
dulciny in the air.
Everyone's a little like
Yeah,
very
a little bit.
slow, and it feels like the game is like got new animations. We really want to show them off.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
looking.
Fatal, yeah.
But
So-
backwards momentum, however, is like you can back
Running was
up
stupid.
whenever you're out of
That was
meter.
the best
So
feature in
yeah,
MKX.
walking. So to tie all this together, we're getting a game that's very footsie based, very zoning based, very grounded, and a lot of whiff punishing. So it's very Street Fighter-y.
Short combos.
Just by looking at this, you can see what these two are doing to each other. They're not doing major combos, so
Yeah.
just hit,
No.
jump over.
I mean, I could
Like-
skip.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can literally.
I
I was
skip
just
to the end.
as you're saying that, we're watching the fight, and no one's doing
Right.
major combos. I mean, I can understand. Hey, it's new and everything like that, but
Yeah.
like no one is.
short
It's-
combos, no
are-
breakers.
Yeah, no breakers.
And then the crush.
To be fair though,
Okay.
there are no breakers, but the whole Injustice air flip is their version of it. If
Well,
somebody's doing an air juggle-
for juggles.
for juggles, because the ground combos probably aren't going to be too elaborate. You're probably going to get maybe about 5 hits maximum on the ground. But the air juggles, you can get like about
Yeah.
maybe eight hits. or something
Scarlet
like that.
has a 3 blade
yeah.
spin that she can do 3 times.
Sonya
in a row.
was doing at least like 8 hits after she
Yeah,
did
you
air
did the
juggles.
8
something
one.
like that. Yeah,
But it was a move that was in the air that was doing a lot of things.
Things, exactly.
It wasn't a very dynamic combo. 'cause you just did a move that's like, bah, bah, bah,
Well,
bah.
I mean, obviously you do a launcher, then I
Yeah.
had like 3 kicks, then I do the air attack. So there are ways to get juggles, but again, if you don't have a breaker,
Yeah.
the best way to get out of that is the air flip, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
It isn't terrible.
Yeah. When you look at it, where it's like you take that part away from what the previous games had, and you put in the new crushing blow system, they really want this to be about
Yes.
footsies.
Yeah.
Counter hits,
Yeah.
situational,
Yeah.
like
Because crushing blow
Jump,
is
you know?
it is an all-encompassing term they use for a lot of different things.
Right.
Yeah.
What are some of the situations you get it out of? That you're-
So, I guess I'll get to that right after this. So the game presents you in situations where the only way you're going to get in on your opponent is by doing an unsafe special and hoping it hits, or dashing forward or walking forward. You're going to be spending a lot of time walking forward on opponents and blocking. Walking forward and then walking out of their poke range and punishing. It's very Street Fighter-like. Because closing the gap is difficult in this game. It's even more difficult than Injustice 2. And Injustice 2 gave you a giant full screen roll.
Yeah.
You don't get that. There's no way to... We very much hope that every character could get a Sub-Zero zoink, where he can just
Yep.
like zip across the
Yep.
screen, because Sub-Zero's zip is very good.
Yeah.
Like his slide is super fast, and it's like, oh, maybe every character is going to get some sort of
A side
incredibly
B.
fast, whoosh,
a side B move
Yes.
from Smash Brothers.
whoosh across the screen to get in on the opponent, even though it's risky. And characters like Sonya just don't have that.
No, they
Yeah, and the zoning is strong enough in this game that Sonya. There was,
I love that grab.
There was just a moment where Sonya, when she lands her fireball, you get hit by it after trying to jump it, and you jump late or early. You get hit. You're back across.
You're
the
sent
screen.
back across the screen.
You got to make your way back in.
So you have to make your way back in. So characters that have fast projectiles, or for projectiles can be
Baraka.
meter burned, you're going to be spending a lot of your time walking and blocking.
And Baraka,
Baraka's
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 wild-
projectile is amazing.
It's amazing. It's like the best one so far because it's a
nice, yeah.
mid and it's fast
Oh,
and it
it's a
recovers
regular.
fast.
Yeah, running is gone.
So you can't crouch it. You have to jump over, which is slow.
which will allow him to do the which I'm going to
Yeah.
try to jump at.
So
him.
zoning's real, and it's
So
there.
the reason why you saw so much zoning, why everyone was complaining during the live stream when the pro players went up, is that the pro players are playing the game the way the game is designed.
Yeah.
The game is designed that you use your meter, which builds automatically on EX projectiles because it makes the projectiles big and it makes them large and hard to jump over. So when you try to jump over a projectile and you're working your way forward, and all of a sudden here comes the EX, and you try to neutral block underneath it, oh, you got hit. I'm being sent full screen again, and it's time to start walking forward and blocking, if not throwing my own projectiles.
Yeah.
And since they're out of meter, like, okay, they're out of meter, they can't do their stuff anymore. Guess what they start doing? Walking backwards.
Yeah.
The most powerful tactic in this game is walking backwards right now.
You get meter for doing so.
You literally get rewarded
Yeah.
for walking backwards because walking backwards replenishes the meter automatically. Unlike Injustice 2, with this is different. In Injustice 2, how do you get your meter back?
Yeah.
Jump. You have to actually do something. So you need to repeatedly repeat an action to get meter.
In fairness, though, there are characters that do get around that. You have Scorpion, Raven,
Yes,
and
yes.
Scarlet, who
Yes.
do have teleport.
So like we said,
And again, the
Sub-Zero,
Garrus's sand.
Sub-Zero, some characters have moves that zip
Some
your
doesn't.
ass
Yes.
across the screen. However, in
Sub-Zero and Sonya, they don't have
in the
that.
demo, Sonya was the one character that does not have a way to go zip
Side
Yeah,
B.
no.
across the screen to get in
it's
on
not.
you.
So it's extremely difficult.
So there was very much a very heavy emphasis on projectile and grounded-based footsies. Because if somebody was jumping in on you, I'm just going to walk backwards, I'm going to wait for you to whiff your attack, and I'm going to use my giant lunging forward attack to whiff punish you, and then get my combo. And you're not going to be able to break this combo because there's no more breakers.
Now, an ideal way to deal with this on a universal level would have been run block.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Dash
would
block,
have been
Run block,
Run
Yeah.
block.
or dash block.
right.
Yeah.
And
But that the run is gone now,
but
so
that's gone.
there's no way to. So
Unfortunately
she's
for
50-50, yeah.
unfortunately for Sonya, because I think I was playing her the most, is that her projectiles. She has a high projectile, and then if she uses her meter burn, she gets a second projectile, which is a mid, which is like Venus and Baraka. But she also has an additional weapon. She brings down a turret that comes from the sky, and she can use it to shoot at the person while she's shooting her projectiles, and she can meter burn the other projectiles. So you get 3 projectiles coming at
you can still dash
They
and block.
literally turn her into a zoner. I think.
You can still
Yeah.
dash
Turn her
and
into a zoner.
block, but you can't dash and block. Apparently, I didn't practice it at the speed of which you could in something like MK9. And if you've seen what dash blocking looks like in MK9, you'll immediately know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You didn't see any of that
No.
today because the block just didn't engage in time after the dash. It seemed to be like a recovery. So Sonya is one of the best zoners in the game.
At this point, it kind of looks that way, but again, you have characters that will just eat her alive because, oh, look, she brought down the turret. That means she's going to start shooting at me. Let me go teleport.
I think Ball is thinking.
So what it seems the thing to do is in many cases is try to land one of those crushing blows.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Where you
yes.
can get they're situational, but you get a combo afterwards. And in this case, you can pretty much confirm it into a fatal
Artorum,
So-
thank you, dude. Adoram.
Oh, yeah, the
From what
fatal
I was
blow.
fatal blow,
Yeah,
which
the
is just
fatal blow,
your new X-ray move.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, it's
So from
terrible.
what I was talking to the developers about, it's about crushing blows now. It's about getting multiple crushing blows. You
Yeah.
can save them.
Yes, so that then leads into
yeah.
our next big mechanic, which is crushing blows, and it's an all-encompassing term for parameters that you have to fulfill during a fight, similar to a brutality, but they're not brutalities; they're more in-game like achievements,
Mini X-ray.
mini events that can sort of happen that'll lead to more damage.
Yeah.
That either comes as a result of counter hits, and quite literally, the situations they set up are extremely similar to what's it called in Soul
Calibur
Calibur
6
again?
lethal hits.
Lethal hits.
Yeah.
Very similar to lethal hits in Soul Calibur, where cinematic happened. I set up for a juggle, and I'm going to do my combo.
Yeah.
That is absolutely what it's like. So, lethal hits are one part of crushing
And you can
blows.
stack them.
So, the other thing is that there's a parameter. I'm going to do this move, and I'm going to meter burn it 3 times. On the 3rd time it lands, that shit's going to do 35%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonya hits
Yeah.
you with 3 EX projectiles or some
Three
shit.
projectiles.
yes.
The
That
third
EX
one.
projectile, if it hits you a 3rd time,
Yeah.
does like 30%.
Yes.
It's a shit ton. So
So
she's
she is actually rewarded for
she is
zoning.
super rewarded for going pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero has a slide, and if you meter burn the slide, he adds a grab at the end and throws you, and it does like a solid like 15,
From what I
20%.
heard, it's the third one. So after you
The third one for Sub-Zero, it was always my game plan.
Yeah.
It was always my game plan to slide on the motherfuckers and always meter burn this shit
Yeah.
because if I landed that third one, it's like almost half your life.
Yep.
So one slide does half your life.
Yeah.
In some situations, it's just a counter hit like Garrus's punch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And it zooms in, and the cinematic is badass. Like, it is super fucking cool. It's like a mini X-ray, and you
So
see
have
him
you found
crushing
ways
them.
to combo into the slide so that
Absolutely.
you can, yeah. So
Because
that
it's just a
makes it-
slide. It's my ender.
So
Yeah.
that's what
So at
you
the
do.
end of every combo, I'm ending with a slide and
Throwing it
meter
out.
burning
Boom,
it.
boom, boom, boom.
And by the time I get to the next combo, well, I've already belt my meter back because the game did it for me automatically.
Right,
So I'm
right.
going to meter burn that one again,
It's
and then I'm going to
instant-
meter burn the next one
instant
again,
30%
and now
damage.
my combo did 60%.
Yeah.
Yep.
While that cutscene's happening, you can buffer in your next inputs, and the game reads them.
Yes.
So you can actually completely set up for whatever you need to do
Yep.
while it's zoomed in.
And there are multiple parameters for this. Like,
Yes.
it isn't just like a slide or just projectiles. There
It's
are
specific for each character.
several things between the variation moves that you can fulfill to get crazy damage between throws set up for him. Like, you land a throw 3 times, and suddenly the third version of the throw is like crack,
Yeah,
and you get a
right,
combo.
And another thing, they were telling me, if you take a throw and you take it the wrong way,
Yeah,
you'll
shit
get
like
a
that.
crushing blow.
Shit like
You'll
that.
get- So taking throws is dangerous now.
So
Yes.
that's the thing is there's the defensive crushing blows where if you try to defend something the wrong way. So teching is like you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Or one that was on stream as well is if you try to do a perfect block on the last hit of the 3 projectile,
Yes, yeah.
the onion rings,
Yeah.
the third one has I think it might be in the third one will crush blow you. If
you try to
let
perfect
go
block?
and perfect block it and you whip.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Good to know that. So there's a lot of what we're saying is that a lot of the unique nuance in this game, for as much as like, I think the example they were using is Mortal Kombat 2 to make this combo system more
Yes.
nuanced. They actually
We talked about
specifically said Mortal
Mortal
Kombat 2 to bring the combos back to a more simple core.
Yeah.
Because as you can see, from anyone that was wondering, that whole rumor, which is why I didn't end up making the video, the whole
Street
rumor about the
Fighter.
game having Street Fighter combos was not true.
True, not at all.
It was not true. The game is absolutely strings, and you can see all the strings
Yeah,
right
they're
there.
out there, yeah.
There's
That's
not
Street
a
Fighter buttons.
there's Street Fighter buttons, but
And it has Street Fighter Cross.
there's not a ton of strings per character,
Yeah.
and you very quickly figure out which strings are the best. I'm gonna be using that to poke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be using that to go into ice ball. I'm gonna be using that to go into
Forward
slide.
moving.
Forward lunging axe,
Yeah.
like lunging.
By me.
Sonya
Yeah.
lunging overhead
Oh,
into.
yeah.
Speaking of that,
you need that
You need
because
you need the forward
you need
moving
that
moves.
because there's
You know,
no way to actually get in with those
I was
characters.
told the best,
Yes,
best,
absolutely.
the best person for that is Raiden. That's
Yeah.
his specialty.
Oh yeah.
With
lunging.
punishing from far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Raiden also has like the zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the best
yeah.
one for.
Yes, it's
He's
staff.
he's all around player. Best for with punishing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's staff.
So one of the
I have the archetypes
turtle,
here of the
thank you.
characters too.
One of the craziest changes is the fatal blow, because that's your X-ray replacement
Yes.
now,
It's essentially Tekken Super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's 1 per match.
Yeah, that's it.
If you
Yeah.
use it, it's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Like,
round chat.
If you
We're talking
miss
about
it,
the whole match.
if
Get
you
it back.
whiff, it comes back.
In 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you land it, it is not coming back. So you only get one big beefy combo.
Massive damage on it, but it's
And that is not meter based at all.
No.
Yeah.
That is just naturally comes at the end of your life at around 30%.
Yeah.
And there's no long combos, so there's no more massive scaling being applied
Yeah.
in these cases. So every one of those fatal combos.
As,
Yeah.
Crazy.
as of right now,
Well,
Sonya
here's
does
the
not have
really
a
good thing I
hard
like about it, because nobody did X-rays in MKX. They were
Yeah.
used rarely because
And they are pretty much
your meter.
Yeah, I needed my meter. I need my meter to do pop-ups. I need my meter to block
They are
combos.
super cinematic X-rays.
So now you're going to
pretty
get
much.
more X-rays and you get more supers in the game, which is a feature that I like.
Yeah.
Some of the features we
I
were
like it
talking
too.
about before, I didn't like, but this feature, I'm like, cool, I get a super now.
Yeah, I think it's
So,
cool.
yeah.
I think you just have to be ready.
It honestly is a game changer because you have it once. That means if you're in your last round and you've already saved yours up, you are extremely dangerous.
Psionic Fox, thank you,
when you're
dude.
when you're losing.
Psionic Fox.
A comeback mechanic that is not all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very true.
It's a comeback
It's not an X
mechanic,
factor. It's not
but
an
you
X factor.
get one.
Yes,
you
you get
know,
one.
use it wisely.
Yes, so you better make sure that you know when to use it as opposed to X Factor where you just activate it or
Yeah.
whatever and you start wailing on
Yeah.
fucking crazy
Like
shit.
Tekken 7, like when the comeback mechanic has an obvious weakness to it.
Yes.
I love that. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And it's punishable too. Like,
Yeah,
on,
you're right.
on whiff, I've been able. I'm sorry, on block, I've been able to punish people.
So on block though, you use it and the person blocks it. Do you lose it forever or
No. He just said it comes back after 5 seconds.
No, like that's if you whiff. There's a whiff.
No, on block. On block.
block. Too.
On block 2 as well.
It comes
Yeah.
back.
If you
Okay,
don't
okay.
land
The,
it,
the only way your super doesn't come back is if you land.
Land it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. There we go.
but you like about 5 seconds game time.
Game time
Yeah.
for it to come back, which is actually pretty
But
good.
it's a very long time when your life is that low. Because
Yeah, and people are rushing you and stuff
You
like
only
that.
get it when you're down to about 15-20%.
Yes.
You know?
And keep in mind, chat, that there's not a lot of armor on those things. That thing does not have too much armor. It is extremely fast, but it's been stuffed multiple times.
Yeah.
It can get stuffed a lot.
Like
So
if someone has a good armor breaking the string.
yeah, it can get
So
stuffed.
one thing that I think all of us could agree on, there is the new meter burn is called augment. So if you want to, not all special moves can be augmented, and augments take off 1 bar.
Was it
It was an
augmented?
augment. It was an augment.
It was
it?
not enhanced.
It's amplify.
Amplify.
Sorry, it's called
Amplify.
amplify. Is
We're
what
never gonna remember that, by the way.
amplify is what
Yeah,
they
yeah.
call meter burn specials.
Yeah, I
And-
mentioned that before. It used to be called meter burn. It's amplify, and then before it was pro move.
Pro move.
Yeah.
No. Pro move is something
MK
completely
versus
different.
Yeah, MK
A
versus
pro
TC.
move is something completely different.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah,
not. It's
a
not,
pro move was a just frame.
Yeah.
Just for some more damage.
Oh,
Trust me, I looked this shit up. It's fucking stupid.
Man, fuck those games.
Pro move was so
Fuck that game.
dumb. Anyway,
Hilarious.
we're not talking about pro moves.
Okay.
So
This is
what you get in this game is a thing called augments. Augments are different per special move. So if you have slide, if you have ice ball, like whatever, like you need to do an additional input after to get the augmented, or I'm sorry, the amplified version for the EX essentially.
Yeah.
What
Now-
that input is changes.
Yeah, exactly. In previous games, you just pretty much hit, the block button with it, and you would get the amplified version.
Yeah.
In this one, you need like a separate input. Like
It's
for
different.
for slide, I had to press grab after. For Sub-Zero's cold shoulder, I had to press forward with 2 or some. I always forgot what the
Shit.
fuck it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For every special, if you want to amplify, there is a unique
a
input you
unique-
have to enter after.
For Scorpion Spear, it's triangle. For his.
So it's like back, forward, square, triangle.
Triangle, yeah.
Yeah.
For Garrus, his fireballs, it was 4. Right? It was inputting 4 after doing the fireball. And it was like, why is this changing?
Yes, it was
As
one of
we
those.
go through the roster.
It ended up being one of those things where it's like, why can't I just meter burn
Yeah.
something? And I constantly had to go back to the move list to find out what my meter
Yes.
burn is because it is different for every move.
Yep. And that to me that's one of my least favorite things.
Yeah,
that they
I would
changed.
say that's definitely one of the most like. I wonder why they
Yeah.
did this because it just adds an extra input that doesn't really feel necessary.
Yeah.
On
You
top
said it was
of
a double
everything.
tap in some cases.
If
Some
you want to get
places-
the EX ice ball, you
Yeah.
had to double tap really fast.
Yeah.
like I'm talking
It's
really
Sagat
fucking
fake
fast.
kick.
I noticed that when
What's that?
Like Sagat's fake kick.
Right,
Right.
super fucking quick.
I noticed that about what's her what's her name? Sonya.
Scarlet?
Yeah, Sonya. When she does her air punching, she actually has an EX version where she slams you back down to the ground and then she gets you for Oki.
Yeah.
In order to get that EX to come back down, you have to mash it immediately as she's punching the air, or it will never come out.
Okay.
So it is very execution heavy, and you need to put it out immediately. So a lot of those things are just like oh, you did your move, you have to do the X right after that.
Baraka's is a mash as well.
Yeah, you mash it like
It's
Yeah, Baraka's you just mash the button and he just keeps using them. I was like, this is badass. Just hack the shit out of him.
That's great.
So overall, the thing that we definitely aren't fully utilizing in terms of the mechanics is perfect blocks or whatever they're
That'll
called.
take some time.
perfect block reversal.
Perfect block reversals, which will take time. Like that is, it's not as hard as a red parry in Third Strike, but it's pretty goddamn. You're gonna need a very good understanding of the game and the moves in order to make that shit work.
Oh, crushing blow for Scorpion. If you land this spear from full screen, it's a crushing blow.
Regardless,
So,
yeah.
Here is some interesting shit on crushing blows.
Yeah.
Since there's multiple parameters with the crushing blow and how you get it, how I need to satisfy different things.
Yeah.
This move can get a crushing blow there. This counter hit can get a crushing blow here. That means that characters get access to multiple crushing blows
At a time.
per combo. So there's a point where I've been building up this move, I've whacked them with this thing several times, I've thrown them several ways, now suddenly I land a counter hit,
See?
and I have saved my other crushing blows.
Yeah.
There's a unique setting in the options called crushing blow hold on or off.
Yes.
And right now it's set to off by default, meaning that you don't have a control when your crushing blow happens. If you satisfy the parameters, the next one you do, it'll go off and you get your combo extension or damage or whatever the hell it might be. However, if you set hold to on, it lets the player choose when you want that crushing blow to happen. So if you're like, I'm going to land my slide a third time, it's going to do 35%, I have to hold down the button in order to make it happen. So if all the parameters are filled, the user can actually get the choice of making the crushing blow engage the bonus, whether or not it's a stun or damage or anything like that. Meaning that at higher level, if the players have fulfilled the parameters,
Stack 'em.
and you get your combo, which can't be fucking broken,
Yep.
you're going to have potentially 2 to 3 crushing blows per combo. And no shit, you add a super, I think that might kill a
I think
bitch.
it might be 100.
I think that might be 100 fucking
Yeah,
percent.
yeah.
Considering how much damage crushing blows already do, and considering how much the super's scaled, there could be moments where, and this could be badass, where you get in on a guy and you open him up, and that motherfucker might be dead. Which is
You would
yeah.
have to be in that fatal blow area.
yes,
That's been the
you
fatal
would need
area,
to be within
yeah.
fatal blow. You
Yeah.
would need to have several parameters
Right.
already done.
And then-
However, you
String, crushing blow, optimize another combo, crushing blow,
Exactly.
optimize another one, fatal.
fatal. That's exactly what I mean. Two crushing blows and a fatal could potentially lead to
Not.
Yeah.
maybe death, depending on how much the fatal blow scales. If not death, a shit ton of damage.
Yeah. Right.
A holy shit ton of
That
damage.
that hold mechanic is actually like when you go to that entire options area. This game has more than I've ever seen in terms of customizing your leniency on things.
Dude, there's an input buffer selection.
input buffer. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
You can set it to short, medium, or long.
and it's
so
default
that
by set to long.
you can choose how lenient you want the game to be on doing special moves.
Yeah.
Wow.
And apparently it's a 3-frame difference per. So you drop the input buffer 3 frames for preserving inputs every time you drop it. And I think it starts at 15? Something like that. I'm not too sure. It's probably up to
So like
change.
slow ass fatality style down.
Exactly.
Forward,
You
punch.
can change
Yeah.
the game's input buffer, which has been a long time issue with many players of MK's input system. You can actually adjust it, which is very good. And that's one of those things we were hoping for when we were talking about
Right,
MK last
right,
night.
right, yes.
I hope by going to a new engine, they fix some of the input buffer issues.
Now it's an option.
Maybe they have. We haven't done a ton of testing.
Yeah.
You have a 15 frame special buffer? I think so. Don't quote me on that. I remember hearing the term 15. So I think you can drop it -3 to 12 and -3 to 9. But that's probably subject to change.
There's some wacky character-specific stuff. Like, again, I wish I had more time with it, but there was one match in
Shadow,
which I was
thank you.
using Garrison doing his time fuckery
Yeah.
variation, and one of them there was 45 seconds on the clock, and I did a finger snap type thing,
Yeah.
and then that 45 seconds became 15 seconds.
Yeah, like what the hell? Like you
ate-
can actually manipulate
He
the
ate 30
clock?
seconds off the clock.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that is his move. His
that
move
was
is to
that,
take
that
time
was
off the time.
yes, that was one of his variations.
That's breaking the third or
Right.
fourth wall.
that's-
So they're
yeah.
they're straight up like letting you do things like that.
That's
That
nutty.
is
I
wild,
actually
dude.
did not know that.
I didn't
That's
know that
really-
either.
That's actually. But can we take the time to appreciate the awesome design of Garrus?
Yes.
Yeah,
Solid.
I'll say the
Garrus is
Garrus I'm
fucking
fighting
cool.
here is actually a developer. I won't say
Yeah.
who specifically, but somebody who knew what they were doing. A dreaded reunion HD Max and knees, thank you, dudes.
Look at how fucking awesome he is.
There's
Awesome.
different
That's-
versions.
That's Salamel.
So this guy probably has
Yeah.
more experience with Darius than anyone on the planet right now.
Oh, interesting.
And so you can see a Darius, and I was asking him like, don't go easy on me, like show me some cool
shit.
stuff. So
Sex shit.
you can see some stuff that Darius do.
Yeah.
Black Ranger like costume.
Yeah, right. This
confused,
is
thank
just
you.
one of the outfits, and I'll tell you a little later how customization works too, guys.
Yeah, so those are hit grabs that he's got. So he specifically has some strings that go into very time
He feels like a
specific hit grabs.
zoner
Did
grappler.
was there any down back forward inputs?
Down, back, forward, no. with him.
not that
I was
saw.
about to say I didn't see any.
I didn't see one.
I didn't see any down back forward inputs,
Yes.
which is a huge MK thing, especially for
Yes.
command grabs.
There were fatalities that had 3 inputs, but there was
Yeah.
like back, down, or back, forward, that type of thing. But I didn't see back. I didn't see down, back, forward.
Look how much damage that
Look how
grab
much
did.
damage. Yeah, 3
That's
hits.
because he landed the throw so many times, and on the 3rd time it does crazy damage.
Yeah.
That's an example of if he comboed into that. Imagine how much fucking damage that shit would have
So that's
been.
gonna be really good for matchup knowledge. Like you see this guy.
Oh,
you see
that's
that
what they
variation,
talked about.
You're gonna
and
want to
like,
know if they're gonna be going for
It's really
their.
grabs or not,
Or
to
going,
try to
yeah,
get
he's
the
going to try to go for the
crushing
3rd, or like
Yeah,
Sub-Zero. He's landed 2, he's going to want to
Want to
go
go
for
for that
it.
3rd slide?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wants that crushing blow.
The difference between Fatal and Crushing Blow. Fatal Blow is a super.
It's an X-ray.
It's pretty much an X-ray at low health. Crushing Blow is like unique counter hits / brutality-esque setups that lead to more damage.
Crush counter type of thing.
Yeah, crush counter in a way.
Yeah.
And fatal lethal hits, soul caliber lethal hits mixed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his
And like
right,
you
his
said, Kenny, his Scorpion had he had his crushing blow just automatically
Yeah.
because it was full screen.
Yeah.
The same thing with Sonya. If you're full screen, she does the EX
Yeah.
punch blow. Guaranteed crushing blow.
So there's an uppercut crushing blow.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
is, I don't know what the conditions are
Super.
for it.
If you
faces,
whiff,
though.
if you whiff a high attack, and I'm going to hit you with
And
the
I punish it?
Yeah, and you do the uppercut.
Uppercut.
So
It's
cool.
guaranteed to be
Okay.
a crushing.
Are crushing blows only once a game like Fatal? I remember them mentioning something like that.
It might be once per round. I don't know if it's per game.
Yeah, there was definitely a limitation on how much you could actually do a crushing blow, for example.
When I was so I did a bunch of sets against Blood Girl, but Scarlet, but and I feel like they happened round to round, but not more than once in a round. You know?
Let's dig in that.
Yeah, and
That Fatal.
he's got that running grab as well, which is pretty.
Well, there are brutalities in the game. We actually did several
I
brutalities.
have
on
a lot of
accident.
footage
Yeah.
of brutality.
We got
footage of brutalities.
We did. So what I'm saying is that, like, you know how you
Yeah,
get,
big brain jack.
you know how you get to brutalities. I'm using that as an example because that's how a lot of these crushing blows work. Like,
Yeah.
I need to fulfill several parameters. I got to grab them 3 times, and on the last grab, I go blah 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 blah, blah and then do that. That's you can do that in game now, but it leads to crazy damage or a setup.
So something else they threw in is short hops, right?
Yeah.
Where
Oh, yeah, we didn't
you
talk
tap-
about this.
You tap up, and you do like a half jump.
Yes.
It's only neutral. You can't jump forward.
You
KOF
can't jump
style.
up, forward, up back KOF style, but the input is KOF style.
I fucking wish you could.
Dude, as soon as I found out it's only neutral jump, I was like, oh.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
So
It'll be great in the
this
fight.
is essentially
It's really
a
good in the
3rd
fight.
strike universal overhead.
Yeah, and it's for blowing up some throws.
Yeah.
for blowing up lows.
It's a low crush.
Yeah.
So the idea is that if someone is doing a low attack and you know a low attack's going to be in a combo, you can tap up and it'll short hop and you can press a button and they'll do like an overhead.
like Tekken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like really quickly, like whoop, and then hit you. So they'll low crush, and unfortunately it isn't. It's like doing a jumping 3 in many ways. Like they just splat to the ground.
Yeah.
It seems like more of a defensive option.
Yeah,
It
because
is a
it's
defensive
only
option.
neutral.
It's
Right?
only
It's
neutral,
only
yeah,
a neutral.
Yeah.
And I thought for a second that it would link to a combo. So it'd be like, oh, a short hop, a move, and then boom, you immediately start going in the combo. It is one hit.
Yeah.
And it drops your.
It is
drops
a
your
single
opponent.
hit. It just is just get off me, see you later.
Yeah, yeah,
And
drop
we were
your
thinking
opponent
it could
and
be
you get back.
potentially like a combo starter.
Yeah.
Not a small
No.
combo starter, but it
No.
wasn't.
So as you can see, like his jumping splash is a combo starter. You got a full size jump.
Dame Prodigy,
know?
thank you.
You know, that was pretty sexy. But it didn't take long for him to get to that kind of damage. That was a lot of damage for something that was very short. And that's just the character. That juggle could have been prevented if he had used his air reversal.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a lot of time because the combos were very short.
So, the other thing I'll mention is that, like I said, this is me early learning sub, and I got much better with the character, and I had to stop recording when the good matches were in there, unfortunately, because there was no more space on the on the little drive. But Sub-Zero essentially has a constant vortex. He can put you from one of his long-running poke chains. You hit confirm into it. That hit. I'm going to do fireball forward with 2. And then ice, and then you're frozen. Walk back a step, jump forward, hit a button, and then do an attack string that leaves them in like a stumbling state.
Yeah.
From that stumbling state, Sub-Zero can go into an overhead axe, or his back 3-2, which is a low into stab, where he can, from either one, combo into another ice ball. So, very similar to MKX 5050's Sub-Zero, against a lot of people that I was playing that were zoning the hell out of me, which a lot of people were, I was spending a lot of my playtime walking forward and blocking and sliding and getting under shit, and then when I would get in, I would essentially 50-50 them to death.
Yeah.
And just hope that they guessed wrong. Or throw them and constantly try to stay in as much as I possibly could. Because Sub-Zero's 50-50 game is fucking crazy.
So, judging by your personal experience with the 50-50, do you say that his overheads and those are safe?
You can absolutely make it safe, because you can meter burn his ice ball.
Right,
And I'm canceling an overhead into ice ball.
which he has.
Regular ice ball is punishable. EX ice ball felt almost either neutral or plus.
Huh.
And if my offense was compromised, or if I used all of it, I started walking back.
And wait for your stuff.
Because I gotta wait for that shit to build up again.
Right.
And then it built up and I walked forward.
and then you start doing
So there's moments where like you run out of your offense because I can't make my stuff safe anymore.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go back and approach more because I can now make my 50-50 safe.
Yeah.
And if that shit landed and if I successfully did it 3 times, they're dead. Which was great because they can't. It's great for me.
Yeah.
But they weren't too happy about I'm being constantly mixed and I can't play. I'm like, well, you know what? You're zoning me out the whole fucking time. So
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm seeing what you were saying in these footage here, like setting up the slide like constantly to just get that crushing
Oh yeah,
over.
I just want the 35%.
It's the only thing. So
Off.
Yeah.
yeah, Garrus also he did it. So for one moment, that move he just did right there.
Yeah.
That costs a bar, and that stops. That freezes you in time.
Yeah,
And he
which
makes-
is cool.
He has enough time to get about 3 normals in.
Yeah.
Right now, hard to say what the optimal route is.
Yeah,
Maybe 2
There's
uppercuts.
only one type of crushing blow and fatal blow per match. Once you can't do the same one again. I figured as much.
Okay.
Yeah, the god. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
You said this guy was like probably he has the most experience with you guys right now.
Yes.
Yes, this guy
so
absolutely does.
What I saw him do after he did the time stop,
Yeah.
he did 2 heavy up punches.
Okay.
So
Two
that's
down
probably the 2 down twos.
2 uppercuts, yeah, 2
yeah.
uppercuts,
So
okay.
and that did like a.
Well, so here we go.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to build the. Trying to build this shit.
Yeah.
And because it's gonna do so much damage
And
if it
then
lands.
you get to just back up, wait for the meter to come back,
Yep.
and then do it again.
Yes. Yes. That is a lot. There's a lot of that.
So
There's no bounces. Correct. There is no neutral jump pun.
Yeah.
Like NJPs are gone.
Oh my god, if short hop led to a ground bounce, dude!
That'd be badass. That'd be badass. Imagine. Hit me, motherfucker.
That would
It should be unsafe. It should be unsafe, but goddamn, dude.
Holy fuck, the blow up!
Holy shit, please, if someone NRS.
That's such a call out!
If you made short hops actual NJPs, that would be fucking godlike. But they're unsafe.
Yeah.
That's the gimmick. They have to be unsafe. They have to be like stand one punishable.
The crowd would lose it.
But it just like, what motherfucker? What bam? That'd be so sick.
Yeah, like Tekken.
Yeah, the game currently has no NJPs. Like, you can neutral jump and do a punch, but it doesn't act like the NJPs of old.
No,
At all.
No, I didn't see anything that did.
So you can I just neutral and then punch, and I land with the punch and do a normal combo.
These loading screens are interesting because the fight starts automatically while it's loading, and it's kind of like, is this an early tilt?
Scorpion has an
Where you can
NJP.
see yourself getting beat up.
Apparently, they're saying Scorpion has an NJP for a variation move.
Oh, he's got a bounce, yeah.
So interesting.
Okay.
It's definitely not like the previous Mortal Kombat. It's not a universal tactic.
Short jump.
That would be badass, dude. I would fucking.
That's the exact hype infusion that we would want.
That's
for
the
this
exact
right
sort of
now.
and it should be unsafe, especially if you know they're gonna do a low. Whoop-a-bam!
Oh yeah. No, it should be like if you fuck it up, it becomes a crushing blow, right? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you
Like,
get crushed blow.
Oh,
yeah.
crush counter,
attempt it,
literally.
You attempt it, you get blown up, but
Yeah.
it works and you win.
That would be a sick mechanic, man. That'd be a nice.
That would because right now I
did.
did not find using the short jumps very useful.
No.
And also, it seemed like it never fucking worked. Every time I did it, they blocked it. I was like, that's weird.
The execution on it's very fickle too. Trying to pull off that short jump on like in the middle of a match.
Yeah.
Kind of difficult.
Well, it feels that it's like right now it's just too early, but even in late game it'll probably become obsolete because anything you can counter with that you can also just parry.
Yeah.
That's true.
So why wouldn't you go for the optimal parry instead?
Yeah.
Right? It's a suboptimal punish.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
One hit getting you splatting down.
It feels like
Yeah.
it's like a very Street Fighter 3 mechanic because it looks like it too.
Little short hop.
You're doing a little neutral short hop, just like Third Strike. But unlike Third Strike, you can't get anything after except you're just hitting them.
It will become obsolete to parries. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, Chad. Baraka does feel like he's hit the gym. This man is wider. He's got more
Dude.
spikes.
Yeah.
He's got more
I like his
spikes.
teeth. I do like
Yeah.
his teeth.
The funniest thing about Baraka, and you might have seen it if you were watching the tournament footage. I'm very curious to watch the tournament footage or the player footage from the UK event because from what I was paying attention to, a lot of the tournament footage we were seeing from the American show was a lot of Baraka's gonna, Sonya's gonna, Raiden's gonna, and they just walk back, wait for their shit to recharge. EX, there's a lot of it. There's definitely a whole bunch of it. And I was like, there's got to be something I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
Like I am missing a mechanic. There's got to be something that I'm not doing right. Because everyone is throwing projectiles at me, and it is difficult to get in.
As of
What
right
about
now,
ketchup
the
versus
tournament,
mustard?
as
That
far-
one was good.
We should check that out.
As far as tournament are concerned, it's still kind of early to tell. But from what I noticed is that a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, like almost 90% of the matches, were Scorpion. People are just going to Scorpions because he can get around all that bullshit that you mentioned.
He's got the Batgirl counter.
He's got the Batgirl counter. It goes right to him.
That flag, it disappeared there, but in normal gameplay, the flag gets planted and becomes an interactable.
Yeah, he can pick it up and use it again.
It's pretty cool.
He's got like weird
unique
names
style.
like Flag Day or whatever. Baraka.
Yeah, I'll watch the ketchup versus mustard fight. Yeah, there's some.
I love the transition to the Injustice enders. I like the Injustice finish screen where they slowly like.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Cinematically, they took a lot of the cool.
I think Scorpion has the best looking one.
Well, he has more.
Scorpion has
you can
more.
actually
In customization,
you can give them different
you
ones.
can get different ones.
Interesting,
There's
okay.
a lot more.
Okay.
I feel
Very
like,
Overwatchy.
this game has potential. You know what I mean?
It does,
It's early.
and it's not out. It is early. I've heard this is an older build.
It's 3 months away.
It is still 3 months away. But I will say, the first hour and a half was fucking magical.
Yeah.
Figuring shit out and understanding and learning the new characters and trying to remember the strings and what works into what, and it all looks fucking amazing, and it still does. But I will say for, I guess every
Some of the
single
design
person in this
choices.
room, we kind of agreed that it felt a little dry. But by the end of it, we were kind of feeling like...
Yeah, it just felt like, and I said this over and over, was like, it felt like there was an optimal way to play, each character. Each character had like an optimal
the things that are
combo
good.
or vortex.
I have them all here.
And don't do anything else.
Yeah.
Because if you try to be creative, you'll just get punished for it. You'll
You know,
just, it's just
a lot of
just
stuff
do-
felt very kind of pre-canned.
Yeah, just do the main thing they're supposed to do, and that's it.
Yeah, do what they want you to
Yep.
do with that character, and that's it. An example, Raiden just now did an overhead, which is, his double air chops.
Yeah.
He does that all the time, and that's like kind of like...
That's like his
signature.
MKX thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's very signature.
That's one of the things that came back.
People were afraid of that, because if he did that, he got you in a massive 50-50, and
Yeah.
then he would get you in like, a nice little combo after that. Now, in this game, he does the overhead chops. Yes, it's a 50-50 because it's an overhead, but he doesn't do anything after that.
No.
That's the dryness that we're talking about.
Well,
it's
not even that.
It feels like the characters are nerfed for the sake
Well,
of...
yeah,
let's
like
not do
certain
stuff.
things, like you might remember the characters from before, is definitely toned down.
Yes.
Because there's no breakers, so the characters can't have as many
crazy
opening combo options
Yeah.
as before. But there is still 50-50s because he absolutely can
Can do
cancel the
overhead.
first chop
Yeah.
and into a special.
Right.
Or he can
go
start
low.
from a low.
Yes.
So the 50-50s are still absolutely there once you get the jump in.
They're
Like
just, like you said...
Sub-Zero was
dry.
absolutely I was doing that all fucking day.
Yeah.
So it feels like when you look at like where the way fatals work, the way they have the two bars, and the way the breakers are gone and all that, it feels as if it's an attempt to kind of make the game a bit more casual friendly, not as combo heavy, right? More focused on like shorter exchanges and shorter decision making
Yes.
moments
Yeah.
as opposed to like longer meta.
They wanted a back and forth. They wanted a back, not so much
and
like...
literally a back and forth.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you know, a lot of the
being
game,
back and
a
forth.
lot of the game looks like Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 4. Not as much Street Fighter 5 because people go fucking unga as shit.
4.
4, walking forward and back. and just not. I'm not going to press anything because if I press anything, you're going to whiff punish me.
Trying to shimmy somebody.
You're trying to shimmy the fuck, and not Street Fighter 5 shimmy where you jump in, walk forward, walk back. Grabbed you, don't crush counter, motherfucker. No.
8 frames of lag. I couldn't react.
We're talking about Street Fighter 4 shimmy where the players are walking back and forward, waiting for you to hit low forward. I'm gonna do my low forward whiff punish you. That shit was. As soon as I understood, like, okay, my most powerful tactic is just walking back and waiting for someone to hang themselves. So then, when they hang themselves, I wait for that button, and I get them, and I get my full string. So when I'm fighting the people who are some prominent players that are pretty damn good at NRS style games, a lot of our matches were just, it felt like I was playing Street Fighter, and we later found out. That shit is by design. I'm gonna pull something up, chat.
Yeah, I mean, like, gone are the days of literally running in at a mo.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
So the big thing we all thought
that's all gone.
Mortal Kombat was going to be the complete polar opposite of Injustice, where Injustice had like this game which was like full screen footsies, where you used projectiles to attack each other. There was an interview with Ed Boon that had a specific design philosophy that they're going after.
Was this Ed that said this?
This was Ed that said this. So this kind of confirmed all of our suspicions. We were like, is this a grounded-based Street Fighter game? And literally, the overall fighting is we're moving in and it's a little tighter. It's focused more on what they call footsies, jockeying, space control. Our arenas are smaller and it's a lot more about strategy than aggression. In MKX, it was all rush down. You get in the guy's face, run up to them, guess high or low. We're holding back on that and making it more strategic. It's more intense, and I don't want to use the word intimate, but you get the idea. And that pretty much confirmed all of our suspicions that like this game plays like Street Fighter.
That's why it felt it's like, geez,
you gotta wait for someone to hang themselves.
Yeah.
You can hang yourself super easy in this game.
They want this feeling.
They want this feeling of like, I'm in danger if I commit. And that's that intimate feeling they're talking about. That's that intense feeling because in other games, if someone is fucking throwing projectiles at you, you ran across the fucking screen and all of a sudden you were in their face.
It's just really seemed to confirm what it felt like to me.
It confirmed what it was feeling
about,
like.
Space control footsies,
And this isn't specifically bad.
That on its own is a great descriptor of what Tekken is like, for example.
Sure.
But Tekken doesn't have that, I'm going to now hit the back of the screen and zone you the fuck out.
Tekken doesn't give you meter for walking backwards and then pew the fuck out of a guy.
So that's the difference here. Tekken keeps you in that immediacy zone.
So I will say, with this design philosophy in mind, it is the exact polar opposite of casual friendly. Because anyone that understands anything about footsies and ground-based zoning, especially with someone that's just going to jump in, whiff an attack, and I just walk out of range because the jumps are super
space control footsies,
and poke you.
That's like reading the Matrix of knowing, being so fucking down to the wire of spatial awareness and hitboxes.
On a completely basic level, I'm actually not great at ground space footsies. I lose my fucking patience on that shit. I like games that have full screen footsies because I like freedom of movement and mobility.
Mortal Kombat 1 and 2.
So if I'm going to be fighting newer people, or in general in this game, my strategy is I'm going to let people hang themselves.
Yes.
I'm just going to let them whiff out attacks that I know I can either block or just wait for someone to commit to something stupid. I'm going to punish it.
I think it comes down to what you might consider casual friendly. Because people who are casuals, they don't want to do major long string combos. They just want to do, they want to mash their, because they're casuals. They want to do mashing shit and get some good damage. If you're just mashing stuff, or not mashing, but just doing simple stuff, and you're getting ridiculous damage, like the 30% on counter hit or something like that, casuals will actually enjoy that a little bit more than having to actually
rewarding
rewarding stuff like that.
You still have to do an optimal combo though with
you have to learn a bread and butter.
Yeah. If you learn bread,
but the bread and butter is a lot easier now.
Sure.
So I definitely wasn't referring.
Hey, thank you.
I definitely wasn't referring to footsies though when it comes to casual friendly, because footsies are not casual friendly.
Not at all.
But in terms of the mechanics and the bar becoming like fatals, or at this point in your life, here's a shield bar and here's a sword bar. That becomes something, and it's a replenishing Dark Souls stamina meter. That is something that I feel like new people will come in and be like, oh, I understand what I'm looking at.
Oh, that thing's full again. I can throw more bullshit.
I can now throw
a MOBA. I know what a cooldown is.
I know exactly. I can now throw a lightning spear.
I will say that for the sake of Mortal Kombat kind of having a similar theme in terms of its overall style and the way its neutral is played, which has naturally been aggressive for quite a few games, like especially since MK9. Very aggressive
yes,
games.
It's very daunting to have the change, dramatic change.
And not only that, like on top of the fact that the characters felt slower, like the weird thing to me is that we're getting now a footsies jockeying space control, walking back and forth, baiting kind of game. And of course, all the games had this. It's just that this game is now focusing on that. The weirdest thing to me, how slow everything is.
To be honest,
compared to 9 and 10.
To be honest,
that's the big one. That's the daunting one. Is how slow a lot of these attacks feel and how slow my character feels.
Now you said earlier. I remember you said like you'd like to see this sped up by 25%.
I feel like outside of the strings and some special, because some things are fast, like the slide. I feel like character movement speed should be like no shit 25% faster.
At its slowest, there's some really glacial underwater shit.
Yeah.
At its fastest, there's some stuff that's
insanely fucking fast.
But the difference is
the wake ups.
Yeah,
the wake ups are super fast, but the air jumps to kicks are kind of like.
You got no more guessing? Bullshit, dude! Like you win matches.
They guess
what I'm saying is that what's just confusing about me is this: the guess between high or low is that at least in this version of the game, that is Sonya's whole fucking game plan.
Yeah.
That is Sub-Zero's whole. That is Scorpion's whole game plan. To whip around your stuff, zip you, put you in a stun state.
50,
Here comes overhead or low. You better guess right because you do not have. You cannot meter burn anymore your special to give you armor. Deal with it.
Even the wake ups are 50-50.
Yes.
Because you have
the wake ups are 50-50.
So
Garrus has that. He's got the low of sand to whirlpool thing. He's got the overhead.
Garrus literally has Scorpion Inferno shit. The low or this thing.
Or the overhead or the command.
So it's like the funny thing is that in our brief experience, which is just the first day based on early playtest, we were running into 50-50s like quite a bit. But a lot of footsies and spacing and a lot of projectiles and a lot of walking back. Like walking back, let that meter recharge, and then I'm going to go in once it's recharged.
The best thing to do.
I hate to say it, but it doesn't feel like a Mortal Kombat
It doesn't.
game.
It absolutely doesn't. I'll say that for sure.
If you put a different title on it, and gave the characters, it wasn't Sub-Zero. It was just Iceman, and he just did ice stuff like that. I'd be like, yeah, it's not a Mortal Kombat.
The wheel has been completely reinvented.
Yes.
How do you feel it splits the difference between previous NRS games in terms of like what would you call this the closest to?
Injustice.
Oh, absolutely, Injustice 2.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel that this game is the love child between MKX and Injustice 2.
My thing that I was most worried about, it's like in MK9. I didn't need a meter to do cool shit.
Yeah.
I was, I'd pick Ermac, I'd pick Melina, I'd pick Scorpion, different characters.
Base combos kind of did the
job.
My
base combos were there. My meter was just for breaking and like adding more damage. MKX, they slowed it down. So now some of my combos need meter just to pop up. So if I want to get good longer combos in MKX, I have to wait meter. This game takes it even a step further. For Scorpion, I want to do a cool combo. I have to use both of my offensive meters.
Yeah.
I have to do a combo into teleport punch, meter burn that. Then do a kick, spear, meter burn the spear into some more stuff. Amplify it. So, and then it's like, damn.
Then you have to wait all that shit.
And then I have to
walk back for a while.
Then you gotta walk back.
So that you can get that meter and get it to
but if I don't use any of that stuff, my combos aren't that great.
Yeah.
My combos are very simple.
It's pretty much, if you don't use that stuff, the combo structure kind of goes button, 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 slide.
Yes. Button, slide. And that's
about it.
That's it.
And here I thought KOF... I thought KOF...
Button, EX slide.
No,
you don't have an EX slide anymore.
Because
you used it.
I did a cool combo.
KOF 12 was supposed to teach us all that like having a period of time when you're too strong to play means everyone backs off and stops playing the game, right? And in this case, like when you're like, I'm just going to stop fighting because I don't have my bar.
Yeah.
So I think this is all boiling down to, I think all of us will agree the big issue with the game is walking back rewards you.
More than anything else.
More than anything else.
It's just such a fucking odd thing when you.
It is a very weird thing.
As a mechanic,
like
walking back and disengaging from the fight is more rewarding than fighting.
Yeah,
and not actually doing anything, not throwing projectiles. It doesn't matter if the projectiles being thrown like Injustice 2 gives you meter.
Yeah.
In this, it doesn't. So why make yourself unsafe? I'm just going to walk back. Like, for example, I would play some prominent Injustice players that have played previous Injustice games and are very good at them. And they would spend the majority of the time walking back, throwing projectiles, meter burning those projectiles, doing it over and over again, with Raiden teleporting to the other side of the screen behind me and doing the whole thing and repeating the process.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for a slide. I'm walking forward. I get the slide. I'm fucking going in.
Yeah.
Here's my 50-50.
Yeah.
Online in this game is going to be infuriating
Yeah.
because the patience you're going to need
Yeah.
against people that
That
are doing
are good at
exactly
spacing?
this. I'm already like preemptively, like
the thing
shaking.
is that any of this stuff could absolutely change, but
Yeah.
it was,
and they listen to feedback, right?
and they absolutely
listen to
listen to feedback.
That's the thing. Okay, so because this game is crazy early. I don't want to be like, oh my god, this isn't.
This is how we
This
feel.
is super early. They NetherRealm is notorious for listening to the public's feedback, and I believe that something along the lines of them listening to everything that they do and realizing that that some things are kind of a little too different. I wouldn't say they're different in a bad way, but they're different in a way where people that are used to the old style of Mortal Kombat may not get it, and it might take some time. Granted, when it came to MKX, I didn't like the game when it first came out.
Yeah.
It took me some time to actually get used to the game, and I complained about it a lot when it first came out, and then I started to realize. I progressively started to get used to some of the stuff.
And that's what I'm hoping. Like, I'm hoping
Yes,
that this Fatal Crush stuff, this combo stuff is just
Yeah.
like an executional level that we're not implementing into the game plan just because we don't know all the parameters yet, and maybe like people are just gonna get ass blasting damage. But for right now, like, and as you saw from the professional players playing the game, the stuff we're describing is very good.
Yeah.
And it works.
There's two things that just came to mind that I think of with the previous MK games. Their biggest pop for me, when MK9 first came out, the biggest pop for me was, holy shit, MK's good, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
When it came out, I went,
yeah.
oh my god, when did you become a good game, right? MK10 came out, and it was, holy shit, all these new characters are incredible.
Yeah, they all do
Right?
crazy
Half
new
the roster
things.
is new and fucking fantastic.
You have a Dalsum character? What the fuck?
So cool.
Yeah.
All the combat kids, Ferritor, Aaron Black, Kotal Khan, like all of them. This time around, we've got one new original character we're seeing in gameplay so far. We haven't seen the Chronosia. I forgot her name.
Chronica.
Yeah, right. But there's no like, holy shit, look at this big new roster of awesome, so far. And in fact, we're starting to see the soft confirmed roster. We've seen a lot of it in that trailer that came out.
Yeah.
It's shaping up to be like not a super exciting roster.
We don't know yet because
Hard
there's
to
like
say.
20. What was there? 26
We counted
characters.
26 slots
More
on
like
that box.
a very safe.
And there's a good chance that 26 is not the final number, and that isn't what it is. But there is a somewhat based on the images that are present in the game, the characters that were shown in the story mode, and stuff like that.
A little teaser.
A kind of like a teaser of like maybe
Cabal.
19 characters that we could have a good idea of who's going to be in the game. Hold on a sec. I think I actually have it. Saved.
Yeah. We saw a little.
It was on Test Your Might.
There was a little tease for Cabal. There was little
you
pictures.
freeze frame
in
it, you'll see Cabal.
Yeah, it's
very
Cabal.
perfect.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
it's
knew it.
literally-
We literally knew it was Cabal within 5 frames.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's what's on Test Your Might. Raiden, obviously, Scorpion, Shao Kahn is DLC. Chronica, Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Scarlet, Baraka, Sonya, Garrus, Cabal from the run. Rain is literally in the artwork on...
Yeah,
on the main menu.
he's the main icon for Conquest mode.
Yeah.
Him standing in front of a mountain, about to conquer it.
And then you got Kung Lao, who was already in the story mode, and I don't think that was... I think that just says he was in the story mode.
He was in the cutscene.
Kitana has another thing where she's like on a piece of artwork.
Okay, and
It's like,
Cassie Cage calls her out.
and Cassie Cage, we literally saw in a behind-the-scenes video, like actually her in-game model.
Right.
She just says Katana.
And then she calls out Katana.
Are the undead?
And Kano is believed to not be... Kano's actually in the background of one of the stages.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, you see Kano and Cassie fighting in a piece of artwork that's representing, like, one mode.
Yeah.
And that's not Kano, that's Kano's son, Keenus. I'm just kidding. We don't know Kano's son's name.
Yeah.
So
that's 16 of the 26 blocks. you
yeah,
know?
that's already a decent chunk, and this is what we're looking at for the roster so far. So I'm really happy with I'm really happy with Cabal coming back. I think that's a good call.
Rain.
Rain's cool.
Rain is also
Yeah.
really
Rain's
cool.
Where's my chain?
Where's Kotal Khan?
Where's my chain?
Yeah,
Where's Noob?
And there's already been rumors of Noob being in the game based on some other leaks. But we don't know if those are true. Like the Street Fighter leak wasn't true either.
The combat kids and the new challengers are all all so good, and I don't want to see any of them go.
Yeah, I was hoping that they were going to evolve, or they do evolve.
If they come back, they evolve.
Like the Shirai Ryu.
Did they
Okay,
confirm that Chronica is an Elder God? Or
She's an elder god,
She's an
and
elder
she's
god.
the
She's like
boss.
above the other gods in a way.
real? Oh yeah, because he said that.
She like runs time.
Boone said that she was orchestrating everything since the beginning.
Yeah, since the
She
first
was,
tournament.
since the first tournament, she orchestrated everything. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see where that goes. I'm very, very interested in the story of Mortal Kombat.
Or we just make it concise again and do the same Combat Kids thing with the new challengers and have the kid of Aaron Black and Devora
Yeah.
in one new character.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the same
Cowboy
thing,
Bug.
Ferritor.
Cowboy Bug.
And then grab
Devora
Ferritor.
8 Aaron Black.
Just grab the
Like
new
a
challengers
mantis.
and
Like
merge
a
and
mantis.
merge
Yeah.
and merge. Combat Kids plus new challengers.
Now, there's
third
no Liu
generation.
Kang on that list. In that
That's right.
list,
He's right there.
oh, okay,
He's right
cool,
there, yeah,
Liu
yeah.
Kang come out.
Stop
He
fighting
was
himself.
totally an
Yeah.
icon in
Yeah.
one of the modes, too.
Like I said, I would like to see what would they do with her if she comes back. But as of right now,
But
It's very interesting.
Yeah, she's
I
very
think the
interesting
most
character.
surprising character not on this list, and we saw nothing for this character in anything we saw today, was Reptile.
Yeah, Reptile's nowhere
Reptile
be
to me
found.
is like he's like a mainstay. I'm just really surprised we've seen nothing about him.
I thought you were going to say Takeda. But
yeah.
Oh yeah,
You are
some of the
correct.
kids.
No,
the
but like
combat
it
kids.
just
the main character.
Yeah, he
Reptile's
was. Yeah, he
been there
kinda-
from like
kinda
part
was.
one, and he's
You know what's
like
funny?
not even nothing, like no hints or anything.
Judging by
Red
how
Dragon,
they were
thank
going
you.
with MKX, I felt like they were trying to just completely erase the original cast and bring in a whole new different cast of characters. That's why they had the Combat Kids. And then
Johnny
MK11.
fucking Cage.
Yeah, and MK11.
Johnny fucking Cage.
Yeah. And
I
MK11
feel
was
he's
gonna
kind
be
of
like
a
all about the kids,
given.
you know, like growing up and some shit, you know, like. But as you can see, Johnny Cage isn't there.
Johnny fucking Cage.
So apparently Johnny Cage is in it. Is he in the back of a stage? Because Kano's in the back of a stage.
He's
Yeah.
standing in a stage. Someone took a screenshot of him standing in the back of the
Johnny
stage.
Cage.
Which
Uh-oh.
Johnny.
If Johnny's standing in the back of the stage, the only other character we have right now that's standing in the back of the stage is Kano.
Yeah.
And Kano isn't in the game. Apparently it's Kano's son.
Yeah. So Johnny Cage is
Some-
there's a screenshot someone showed me of Johnny
Are we
Cage
saying
standing in the
Cassie Cage
background.
is replacing Johnny?
Cassie Cage might be replacing Johnny.
There's a good
Cage.
chance.
Maybe.
Might be.
I don't think that.
It's not hard to confirm. It doesn't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to be.
Johnny Cage is cool and all, but I think Cassie Cage would be a good replacement for him. I liked her attitude in MKX.
But it's a Mortal Kombat game without Johnny
She
Cage.
looks
Possibly.
completely-
You've had a Mortal Kombat game without Scorpion, so it's fine.
that went over real fucking well.
And they mashed the fuck go back button.
Yeah.
They control Z that shit like as fast as fucking
Like,
possible.
what? He's not in there.
UMK3 was suddenly a thing very quick. Wesker Zero, thank you, dude. And that's the thing. You got to consider time travel. You got to consider all this stuff. Like,
Oh, well, there you go. If they do time travel, he's probably
the only thing that's got me is that there's a good chance that the Kano-looking guy we have in the game is not Kano. That's Kano's son. And who's the only other character that's in a background, most likely not going to be playable? Kano.
Yeah.
You literally see him in the background in one of the stages.
Pulled that shit with Black Manta though.
Black Manta.
Usually you were gonna bring up Black Manta, yeah. Like he was in the background and then he became playable.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Sagat, was it Sagat? No, it wasn't Sagat.
Alex.
Alex. That's
Martian Manhunter as well was in Injustice
Yeah.
1's
So it
background.
happens. It does
So that
happen.
is true. I mean, for
I
the
think they
sake
do
of this
that to
game,
throw you off the scent.
Yeah,
that definitely could be true.
That's true.
I mean, we touched it a little earlier,
Yeah,
but
because when he's in there, like, you know, like when he fights, he's like, I'm no longer in the bar. It's my fucking turn to fight. You
Yeah.
know? And then Kano's in there.
Yeah.
like DLC wise, we've done horror movies, and there's nothing but downhill from here on out.
Spawn.
We've done Alien and Predator,
Spawn.
Spawn, or
Horror movies.
or I say I'm RoboCop or Terminator.
Yep,
Let's just go there. Let's just go right to
I
it.
agree, man.
Let's
I'm
get,
just-
let's get right to it.
Yeah, I
Overall,
just can't think of any other Warner Brothers franchise that is.
It's Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers.
But we just imagine this
Again,
fucking-
it's all downhill after Freddy and Jason.
Yes.
yeah,
Can we just
the
appreciate
problem
his
MKX
outro?
is,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we can appreciate the
This
visuals
fucking
of this game till the end of time.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
This game looks fucking amazing.
I think
Oh,
somebody
if you-
said that was the greatest outro they've seen in a fighting game in history.
So it's like you botch a fatality. Oh, sorry, you're gonna get a sick ass win.
fucking
pose.
win, yeah, right? Like, get that
Dude.
fucking win pose.
Fuck, hey, Scorpion has a badass intro too, like a second intro that
Yeah.
that you could see, man.
Oh, where's Kano? Let me see.
He's right over
Right
there.
there.
You know what's wild?
What level
Remember
does
the time they were
somebody-
trying to separate how he looks like from the Mortal Kombat from the movie? He looks like the version from the movie.
Yeah.
His face mask.
Yeah,
if you see him
old school.
sometimes, he looks like the movie Kano.
So,
Look at that.
what level is
That
Johnny
is the
Cage
movie Kano.
supposedly supposed to be in?
Oh, there's a behind the scenes with Johnny and the character select. That's interesting. I'm very curious.
I think it's
Oops.
this stage.
Really,
I'm not,
this
I'm not-
stage?
but I'm not sure where.
There's one that looks like Sonya.
But I did see that little JPEG.
Cassie Cage looks nothing like she did in MKX. It's kind of funny. Like, because Ronda Rousey is Sonya in this game, they completely redid Cassie Cage to look like she.
Yeah, Cassie
The
looks
daughter of Ronda
nothing like she does in MKX.
Interesting.
But I think because they were doing the thing like, look, she's supposed to be the daughter of Sonya, so we're gonna make her look like. What if Ronda Rousey has like?
Wait, the only
daughter?
thing
Yeah,
that I
see,
saw
no
of Cassie
neutral
was in the the menu.
Behind the scenes, there's footage of her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That I
So
have not seen yet.
I'll say overall final impressions. Easily one of the most beautiful looking fighting games I've
Yeah,
ever
can we
seen.
just say like? I mean, I don't know if this footage just really just.
It doesn't do it
super
justice.
colorful.
It actually
yeah.
doesn't.
It is super colorful comparatively speaking to MKX. MKX is very like dull toned.
And if this is the
game.
highest you can
This
get,
was super
off of
colorful.
Yeah, if this is the highest you can get off of a download of raw footage, that means nothing's really gonna do it justice unless
Well,
you find something that can
Axis
really.
Stream can do it.
I mean, I could. It's just
yeah.
that we were recording at 1080/60. What I'll do is I'll put this footage up on YouTube, rendered at 4K to get the highest quality possible.
Yeah.
So you guys can see it.
The lighting changes when you do these fatal blows.
Yeah.
It becomes like a,
It's
like
amazing,
cinematic.
dude.
Yeah.
I
This is-
cannot.
It's not carrying over here at all.
Thoughts on the
It looks
animation?
so brutal.
I've heard some people still complaining about the anims in the game. They just feel very martial artsy now.
It looks like they saw that video. Like that was like going like, "Hey NRS, what's up with your wonky animation?"
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
It
feel
looks
like
like they've seen it.
Yeah.
I feel like that. I feel like they're
Exactly.
almost dedicating too much to the animations because things feel like they're following through so much now that things almost feel too weighted. Where it's like there's not a balance now where to make it more video gamey, which I kind of want because so many attacks are so dunk dunk dunk. You know what I mean?
Right,
like instead
right.
of like, dude, Aaron Black's like 2-1-1-2-2. Bing, 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 bing. Like, you
Yeah.
don't, there's nothing like that in this fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that fast.
Yeah.
So,
What was that? Was that an idea?
Cool.
Yeah, the animations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool idea with the comeback mechanic being like once per match.
What the
really
fuck?
solid.
Yeah. Different intro.
Yeah.
Like her fatality with the helicopters and her X-ray
So good.
are fantastic.
So fucking good.
Super solid on those designs. Fatalities are bloodier and crazier than ever, as expected.
I didn't really notice all the blood splats on the floor. You don't notice that. It's actually it's not like it's non-existent. It just feels like it's not there anymore.
Oh.
so I will say the game did do one thing I really, really wanted it to do, which is hit sparks.
Yeah.
There is noticeable hit sparks in the game now, which I think is very cool. Mortal Kombat's always shied away from hit sparks. Now they've been very muted. You look at it now, there's obviously, like, when a physical attack collides, there's either a very obvious blood or an interesting little pop effect
Yeah.
that happens.
It
And
looks
especially
like-
if there's projectiles, they go all over the place.
It looks like Sonya's the one that's making hit sparks on him, and he's the one that's making blood on her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hit sparks are more than just a stylistic choice. They're information that your brain
Yeah,
encodes.
absolutely. And that's why DOA has always been rough for me because it's like they just go eh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
did that hit or did it block?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
Oh god.
It's subtle information your brain encodes that lets you recognize hit confirms.
Oh my
it's
God.
super important.
Soul Calibur is up there with the fucking hit sparks.
Oh,
Well, so is
yeah.
Tekken.
yeah.
Namco loves them
Namco love
motherfucking
their hit sparks.
Exploding
dude.
sigils.
Fucking Dragon Ball Fighters? Are you kidding me? That shit is amazing.
I remember when I first saw that in Killer Instinct. You remember we saw that shit, and there's nothing but hit sparks everywhere. Everything was sparkly and shiny and shit like that. It was fucking
I
nuts.
thought Jago's fireball would have.
Jager's fireball.
Oh,
and shit
Killer
like
Instinct
that, yeah.
embellished the shit out of
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
Brr.
Yeah, everything was
Billion
fucking
pieces.
sparkly and shit. It blew my mind. But here, it is prevalent. It's just that
There's still a lot of like visual like
the hit sparks.
There it is,
have
right
bigger-
there.
Yeah, the hit
that's
sparks.
bigger than any hit spark has ever been in a Mortal Kombat game. Absolute. I don't know. You need to go back and look at that
Look
shit
at
frame
some
by
of the
frame.
stuff, okay.
That is a huge, thick fucking hit spark for.
Yeah.
It's like twice the size as Injustice 2.
Oh man, I'd never.
and you think
noticed.
that's small by comparison to most fighting games.
Right?
yes.
Yeah.
But that's actually fucking huge.
Yeah.
Is this the stage from 1 except the monks are
Yes.
dead in their
Yeah.
meditation
Yeah, isn't that fucking
poses?
It's
cool?
like they just like starved
And
themselves.
they've meditated into
Into
complete atrophy.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's fucking metal. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Or
that
like
earlier.
Chronic just came in there, just fast forward time fucking fast.
And zoop him
Wow.
forward.
Maybe they just did that
I'd like to
thing.
think they meditated.
They
into
meditated
that.
and
They
absorbed the
meditated
sun
into
and-
oblivion.
Wow. Yeah.
So, I mean, overall, like, yes, there is some nuance that I definitely wasn't expecting from a Mortal Kombat. I really wasn't expecting MK to try to change the basic neutral and sort of the entire way you play the game into Street Fighter. I never felt that was necessary, and that's kind of what they're going for now, which is very interesting.
At what point does somebody say, you know what, Street Fighter was successful, let's copy that?
I don't know.
You know?
1991.
Oh, they're talking about now. It's Street Fighter 4. It's Street Fighter fucking 5.
I mean, Mortal Kombat's
Street
always
Fighter
been the
5
very,
is
very in your face.
Yeah.
It
Darn
kind
it,
of
honey.
it feels like Street Fighter 5 was like, we don't want one frame length.
No.
People,
Yeah.
everyone complained about one frame length.
Let's give him 3 frames.
Let's make them all possible now.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat X, nobody liked 50/50s. Everyone hated 50/50s. We're gonna keep those in. So they're still there. Like, I don't know what the hell. Maybe like them saying that there was too many high lows in MKX, so we're gonna turn it into a footsie game. For some reason, 50/50s are still all over the
But
place.
who hated walking forward or running? Like, or
Yeah,
dashing?
and that's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's the thing is, yeah, yeah,
UMK3, MK9, and MKX are largely some of the most celebrated Mortal Kombats, even MK2, and they're very offensive games. Like,
Well, okay, I'll tell you this right now. There are people that I've seen, even in the chat and even at the event, that said that, oh, thank God running is gone. And I'm like, interesting. Why would you not?
like I said last night, I don't think running was bad. I think the input for it sucked.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah.
I just
Was
think
it forward block?
block.
Yeah.
And having to do forward block in between having to do a back forward 2 3
Jesus,
sucked.
yeah.
The stance change button matters now.
The stance change button is important. Stance change button is critical for defensive meter. Critical. You have to do back stance change at the right time, or else you get fucking killed.
So wacky.
It is interesting to say the least.
Okay, so here we go. Running, I don't think they should have gotten rid of. The combo breaker, I don't think they should have gotten rid of. The
Combos?
the combos definitely probably shouldn't have gotten rid of. The meter burn, it should be just a universal button. It should not be
Yes.
separated button for each freaking character. I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah,
Meter shouldn't be free.
Meter shouldn't be free. Some of the things I like, the fatal blow, the fatal blow.
Yeah, I think fatal blow is a good mechanic. I don't
I
mind.
think that's a great fucking mechanic. Some of the counters I think are great, but 30% off of a counter, I think they're focusing a little bit too much on that, as opposed to some of the things that we loved about Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you mentioned that they're playing with the meter burn button and they may change it back.
Yeah.
This is our resounding.
That's fine.
This is our
Please.
resounding nomination
Yeah.
to just return the meter burn button because
Universal,
I was having to remember what it
Yes.
was for this character. I mean, wait a minute,
Oh,
was
'cause
that
this one
was
is
that for
up.
Raiden? No,
No.
this is
Per
this guy.
character,
Yeah.
not even that.
Per
Per
move.
variation.
Yes.
Yeah, per
character
variation,
Yeah.
per move, per
Move.
like.
So exactly.
And in
Yeah.
some, like, I was like, God damn it, why? I know my meter burn is correct for this. Why isn't it working? Because that variation of Sub-Zero's special didn't have it. I'm like, what?
Yes.
Why
Unnecessary.
didn't it have it? I'm
Unnecessary.
confused.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, I had to
confused.
hold down. I was holding up. I was then like,
I mean, ultimately, I think like we should also point out just that like this game has been announced in such a strange way where we first heard about it a month ago, we first saw it today,
Yeah.
and we're gonna touch it in 3 months, and that's the turnaround.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
That's never happened.
It's very rapid in comparison to most fighting games, which you get your hands on, like MK games, and other S games, which you get your hands on like at E3,
Yeah.
and that shit's still 9 months away.
I mean, I mentioned Ultimate, which got announced in the November and came out in February, but that was still like a touch-up from a previous game. Like, it's the first iteration of something brand new, and it's going from first announcement to hands-on in a matter of 4 months.
Yeah. I mean, people would say it's about learning your characters. Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure over time we would get used to it,
You're
but
used to it.
what does it enhance? And I'm not talking about the move. Like, what does that actually make better for the game if you are pressing a unique button per move, per variation, per character, and having to remember all that? other than just meter burning it if it's available.
What was
Yeah.
broken that needed fixing?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, there was nothing wrong with meter burning attacks before.
And they could just make it you hit the R2 button at a different time. You could do it at the exact same time of the move, or some of them are required on the second hit, just like it in something, you know?
Does
Hey, bro, don't fix it.
what about the
You know?
music?
You can kind of hear it.
Couldn't hear it while we were playing.
Yeah, well, I
Couldn't
had,
at all hear it.
I had headphones
It's,
on.
I think
Yeah.
it definitely, there was some...
It's Mortal Kombat.
It's
music.
Mortal Kombat.
It definitely
Okay.
sounds like Mortal Kombat.
There was some
Okay.
stuff that I
It's-
heard that
it's
was a little bit
just- it's just
more
Mortal-
personality.
It wasn't
Was
hip hop
it-
like the trailer.
No, was it the separate music for each stage, or was it the same song for each stage?
There were only 3 stages. I
Yeah,
think they
yeah.
were separate for each stage.
Okay.
When I go, but it was just more Mortal Kombat.
Title menu music was just like meh.
It's not
Yo,
gonna- it
Papa,
wasn't-
what
it
do
wasn't
you
trap.
It wasn't Travis out there. Where's 21 Savage? Come on, give me my.
How does the combat
specifically
feel?
like the characters
The-
it was the same thing. It was like very low key,
Yeah.
barely there.
The combat itself still feels like Mortal Kombat, just
Thank you.
slower.
Yeah.
Like the speed, I would actually say the speed of the chains and the speed of these strings you're doing is more similar not to MK9 or MKX, more similar to MK versus DC, because they're very dunk.
Oh, he said it. Oh, God.
I'm not. But am I wrong?
Oh, Jesus.
But am I wrong?
It's thud. Yeah, it's thuddy.
Like it's
thuddy.
got that thuddy ass
There's
like.
not the doo-doo boom boom.
No,
you know?
it's not. It's not
There's
fast
not
anymore.
that. Yeah.
But and that but would be like breaker, and
Yeah.
then we're back
Right,
in.
right,
Yeah,
You like-
things are fucking fast.
Yeah.
But this game, tone it down.
This is the type of stuff that people were saying, oh, it's better Street Fighter 5. Why? Because, like Simmons mentioned before, it's the timing of the attack.
Bunk, bunk, bunk.
The rhythm of the attacks. And this game definitely has a rhythm, and it has a Street Fighter 5 rhythm to it. It may not have the Street Fighter 5 mechanics per se, but it does have the rhythm of it.
And every once in a while, those thuds slow down
Yes.
to zoom in.
Yeah.
Yes,
Confirm and continue.
Yeah.
And then a
Thud,
super
thud,
fast,
thud.
quick wake up, and then everything slows down again.
I was still like enjoying myself. The first hour was really fun, and then I was kind of playing the game at a higher level that is currently available, which is absolute remedial basic level.
Yeah.
And I was winning the larger 90% of my matches, but was I thrilled that I was winning those because of the way I was winning? Not so much, because I was having to just walk back and do what the game felt like it wanted me to do.
And what you were doing against those players was
Hollow Digit, thank you, man.
Yeah,
Hollow Digit.
Oh God.
what you were doing against those players was not so far off from what people, the top players on the exhibition stream were doing.
And that's what I was
against
like.
each other.
I'm like, I must be playing this game fucking wrong. But then I came home, I watched the exhibition, I was like, oh, okay. That's a lot of what I went through. Let me go read this thing that Ed said about the gameplay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a lot what I went through. So,
Game has a way it wants you to play, and it doesn't have.
not out yet.
Doesn't feel like there's a lot of creativity out otherwise.
Thank you, Digit. It's not out yet. I'm still very much looking forward to the other characters, seeing how they play. I'm looking forward to seeing how things, when they come out, it may be different.
I wonder if they're going to do a playable demo so that people will get to see some
There
of
is a
this for
beta.
themselves. Okay.
There is a beta that's in
No, March
March.
28th.
There you go. Okay.
So
People will get to feel it.
you will definitely get your hands on it, and the first few games will definitely feel like Mortal Kombat, in my opinion. It'll feel like a heavy Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
gravity combat.
Yeah, it feels
in
like
comparison.
a clunky Mortal Kombat.
Really, you go
Yeah.
that far?
I'm saying clunky because of the fact that they're so floaty, and maybe somebody like Garrus feels very, very slow.
Yeah, Garrus is like.
But that's just the
Garrett's just
character.
like slow atrocity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though I'd be surprised if we hit March and they didn't start again taking some of this feedback into.
But I mean, I'm really curious to see how the game evolves, because maybe the way we're playing it and the way we're seeing the pros play it currently, maybe it'll be different.
Yeah, well,
However, I mean, all things considered, when you do see professional players play the game at an early level of MKX and Injustice and Injustice 2, games kind of panned out to be just more executionally prominent. Like, they just are hitting everything all the time.
Okay.
And they're making the right guesses, and they're setting you up. So that shit they're doing is more and more effective. That's been the history of NRS games, and maybe they're trying to change that. So there's potentially a whole breadth of crazy gameplay stuff that we're just not seeing the meta evolve to based on what we saw today and played today.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, we didn't have. It's not like you got a lot of time in it, but it's just not like you had lab time.
Not really. Very
Yeah.
little.
You know,
Very
it's not
little.
like you had that kind of thing to see if you
You
could
know,
make
the
big
thing
comments,
with
man.
this event was amazing. This event was cool. But I think I missed the E3 days where you got 3 days.
Yeah.
You had 3 days.
Yeah.
And when we were at E3,
Agreed.
we didn't really care about any other game. So we're like, hey guys, we're back. Okay, cool. Here, back to work.
Yeah.
And we would be in there.
If we could digest it like we are right now, and then go to sleep and wake up tomorrow,
Yeah, and
and
then
go
play.
back in
And go back with this mindset.
And
Maybe
think
that's
about
just
it.
maybe we should stop trying to fight the game
and
for
embrace
being
this
that
and see what happens.
and embrace it and see what happens. Problem is we can't do that right now.
This is
Yeah.
this is a unique event.
Yeah. This
super
is
right, Kenny. That's
Yeah.
super
that's a very
right.
good point, Kenny.
Yeah.
So
And it was, it was wild. And then, like, that way, it's like, we had time. It's like, okay, we played around. We like this person. Okay, Max, you're feeling Sub-Zero? Will, you feeling this? And then we went into the character specifics and tried to get good with them, and we were able to break them down really well. And we really learned some stuff. Remember the third day of Injustice 2? And we had the last 5 minutes, and you were there with, like, Sonic Fox, and we were having like crazy matches already. People were doing crazy stuff.
Sonic
and talking,
Fox figured out the
figuring-
meta of Atrocitus in the first fucking 30 minutes. That is still used to this day.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the ability to go out, grab a slice, talk about what you figured out that day,
Yes.
and then bring it back in.
The augment
that's
slot
what
is like offline stuff. From what I
Offline,
understand.
yeah.
Like augment slots like change like this does more damage, that does more damage, jumping attacks do more damage. Like augment slots are like total customize your character stats that are offline.
I think Sonic Fox was using Sonya. He was doing strong stuff where they're like constantly resetting you.
Yeah.
Let's turn this off and let's turn on the footage we got of the tournament.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
The
what's
actual
funny,
people
I
playing.
think he was using Sonic Foxy.
Sonic Foxy,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure he was.
Should have been.
What's funny is that I don't know if you guys noticed, but on is either Sub-Zero or Scorpion. I'm pretty sure it's Scorpion. One of his variations is literally called Ed's Main. Yeah, Boone's Main.
Boone's
Yeah,
Main.
yeah, I was
yeah.
laughing. That shit is hilarious.
Scarlett's outfit is fantastic.
Her
Yeah.
design, her
Whoa.
redesign is amazing.
And this is sharp. This looks.
This looks way better. Like, oh my god.
This feed actually look. There's more
Look at the
color in this
colors.
feed.
Yeah. Well,
This
higher
feed
frame
has a lot
rate.
more- yeah,
What the hell
higher
is going
frame
on?
rate.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Okay, I
obviously
like-
the quality isn't that
I like
great.
Scarlett's outfit, but I like her without the
Oh, the hat.
headpiece.
Yeah,
The
headpiece,
headpiece,
yeah.
I like her with her
Dude,
face
Black-
mask
I like
and her
the-
cool hair.
I like her black and red hair.
Yeah,
Black and red
I
hair
like
is
that.
amazing.
So we can watch some players figuring things out. Some guys that are more professionally amped from
Oh, wow, look at
their own
Zero.
games than we
The,
are.
the first match with
Wing
Hayate.
Zero, dude. That's an amazing artwork, dude.
The first match with Hayate was a very clean Scorpion. If you want to see
Oh really? I need to see that. The Scorpion was all mix. Right, you were saying, Steve? He's just overhead low. Right?
Yeah, Scorpion can get away with everything he wants.
Please, well,
And he
we'll
can
check out
teleport.
Ketchup, too.
And a teleport.
Yeah, I definitely need to see the ketchup and mustard stuff to see how this is in comparison. LB Bernie, thank you, dude.
Yeah, these colors are a lot closer to what we were seeing.
Yeah, than what we just
Way more
had, yeah.
vibrant.
Still not as good as seeing it live, but pretty dang good.
What do we say? 2 hours of gameplay so far?
2 hours. Okay, for them, 2 hours.
Yeah, they had apparently like.
Jargon Bison, thank you, dude.
Now keep in mind,
I just wanted to see like two newer characters, quote
Yeah.
unquote,
Yeah.
going at it.
and keep in mind, like people, are like, how come they're not? It's not they're not doing giant combos because they don't know them. It's because this is
The game does not have specifically giant
big combos.
combos.
So-
We'll have to wait and see,
Very
man.
unique
Yeah, it'll be
situational
later
stuff.
on.
Yeah, we'll
later
have to
on,
wait and see.
you have to do it. But you know how you
It's-
do it?
it's
It involves
blow.
crushing blows and meter burn. You can get a crushing blow,
Armazella, thank
which
you.
you can keep it going into another combo, which a meter burn. Then you can get it, but it's very situational. It's not like in the beginning of MK9, I can do cool shit right out the back without having to worry about that. Adding an extra meta, you know, it's a new thing. One thing that's changed, you don't get rewarded for the first hit.
Yeah, first
Man.
it literally doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't do anything. The first hit was so important in the
And,
game.
yeah.
I wanted it so
there's no
bad.
meter anymore.
There's no meter anymore. Yeah, so the first hit was always so important.
Everybody has
There's very short exchanges
things I
between
really love about
knockdowns.
MK11 so far is that these characters that you've shown on this character select screen are very different. So you have the incredible zoning coming out of
Yeah, so
Scarlet.
his meter burn on
Garrus,
his
you have really
his,
cool command grab mix-ups.
projectile there is a
he's got
delayed-
some other funky stuff as
delayed
well that we were
sand
talking
trap.
about. Really good variation.
Okay, so the one with the hourglass comes
The
up?
hourglass
Yeah.
appears, and then when the
Yeah.
hourglass counts down, the
Yeah.
trap
So
pops up.
yeah, that's a good it's a good setup move to like
You can go to a command grab before
Yeah.
it comes out. You
I
can do
really
a
don't
couple.
think he is in this.
yeah.
He's quite different, yeah.
And Sonya's also has really, really good mix-ups.
Yeah, she has like again like the most juggling you're gonna see is off of her like 3 sights.
Yeah.
3 sights. You
Double jump, thank you.
Always had a lot of hard stuff.
Yeah, we know about Kano in the background of the
Yeah.
stage.
And like a thing too, it's like yeah, I just
Looking pretty confident.
Well,
up there.
well,
I'm really
costume-wise,
glad
yeah.
that
But-
Kerr with the big body. You
I
know,
mean, honestly, like
it's kind of cool, but
Garrus's design is sick. Her design
Yeah.
is sick. Like all of the variations and their defaults have been really
Yeah.
awesome. I didn't see any costume pieces that I didn't like.
Yeah.
I liked everything I saw.
like even this, like even if she has that thing, it's kind of like a Bedouin, you know, like sand, you know, like deserty thing. So I dig it.
There might be actually dash blocking.
You know, earlier.
Is that a fact? Because again, like the guy I was playing with was like,
You know, which pro player is going to play?
Oh, do you have some footage here?
I knew Scar was going to lose his mind because in MK9 he came in late.
so we're looking at some
and he was
footage
the best
here.
Scarlet in the world at one
Hi,
point,
Zuri,
but
thank you.
Injustice
Yeah, brutalities are back.
he got the chance
Regular
to,
forward, that's
like,
regular
regular
forward,
top,
dash.
even though he was very talented even back then.
So at the beginning of this round, we saw that it
Okay.
set the first hit. What
Okay.
does that do for you
That's
now
6%.
without
Okay.
meter in the
There
system?
is-
No more like first
There is a
hit.
form of dash block.
You do not get anything because meter recharges
It's-
on its own.
but
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
pretty
that-
much what I was doing.
You do not
Yeah,
you
but
have-
it's not. It wasn't as significant as
Oh,
MK9.
dang, the combo.
Yeah, MK9, you could do it very fucking
Yeah, look at
fast.
that.
Yeah, the time
He only
stop.
got one. Oh,
Yeah.
because he tried to go for it. Yeah, but you can get a couple.
Which you could also do his command throw at the end of
Yeah, after the,
situations.
yeah.
And he carries you and bitch.
Yeah.
You're mine now. Just run all the way off
Yo.
the stage,
Yo,
taking you home.
yo.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh wow, just goes for the sweep to seal it. Yeah, I really like the mind game of that. Having to think even as the
Damn,
person
dude.
using the tool.
If you give him an
using it
Anubis
now,
mask,
save it for the
he'd
next
fucking
round.
look awesome.
Yeah, he really was.
You imagine? You give him an Anubis
yeah,
mask?
yeah. I mean, again, like the third variant, he's got that power.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
But
gonna
even
put
this, he
the-
would
Pretty
look like a
stylish.
character straight out of
Mummy's alive.
Mummy's Alive,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
God dang it, man. Maybe if there's like, you know, like the ultimate hidden thing, and he's got a badass Anubis mask. Oh
Or
god.
if you can customize it.
Yeah.
Give him just that piece.
Crafty
Yes.
Ninja, thank you, dude.
It's- God, like, he does look like a Stargate character.
Oh yeah, what's that? I forgot his name. Guy character from Stargate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Stargate guy.
Stargate guy,
After a small
who's the voice of
Boy.
Kratos.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
the guy from Stargate, the guy with the little
Yeah,
you know,
with the little ram on his head.
rim. Yeah, that's
This
Kratos.
matchup, but typically it seems like that's true.
Thoughts on the meter? I think a lot of us are down with the defensive
Look at
things
the
the meters can
faces,
do.
of these guys. This is just
Offensive, maybe not so much.
And then the head bop.
oh.
kill.
Oh, the faces are so fucking. That's a
You
badass.
will not have it in the
Super.
front. Scar still has it.
Yeah, super.
Christopher Judge.
Super. As someone who also, you played Injustice 2 a lot longer than I did, Super. Super's a prominent NRS YouTuber.
Yeah, yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
that doesn't know. He says he feels like it should extend the distance of characters, forward dash or speed them up, or really help the gameplay feel faster.
Yep.
We were saying
go.
the same thing. How walk
I didn't get to
speed,
interview with you, dude.
walk speed, or dash speed just needs to be like 25%
I
faster,
agree.
or something like that. But
No, interaction with you.
yeah, Super. Did you notice by the end of the night, the most powerful thing in the game was walking back, punishing?
Could make another comeback. Doesn't seem like
That
he
kind of
needs
was
to.
beating everything. Zareth, thank you, dude, or walking back, projectiling.
Now it is on a cooldown. You did not lose it since it was blocked, but it's a
Okay.
significant cooldown.
Still available.
Oh shit!
The
Down 2
beefy
seem
down
better.
two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down 2 seem more effective as anti-airs now.
So then
I
you
mean,
do have
again,
access
as
to
That
it.
not a
throws
Mortal
awesome.
Kombat main player, has uppercut not always just been
Okay.
fucking uppercuts.
It has, but
In
it,
every Mortal
uppercut
Kombat
loses to
game.
jumping kick.
See, there you go.
Okay,
There goes another
okay.
guy. The game feels so much
Okay.
like Injustice. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not just me. Like
Yeah.
Super's a huge. He's played way
lot
more
of guys.
MKX and way more in Injustice 2 than I have.
Please get percentages
And-
and not damages.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that
I'll tell you right now,
damage
chat.
ratios.
I'm not fucking with you. Like it feels like the birth child of Injustice 2 and MKX.
Yeah.
get the crushing blow, and they do.
I think the only reason why we're not seeing percentages yet is because they're not like figuring out. They're not 100% set on that.
And like, no wonder, like it's back to fucking, you know.
Yeah, we know about
math
Sonya's
equations.
projectile crushing blow that does 32%. I got hit by it a lot.
Exactly it. Could actually
I got hit by it a lot.
do an uppercut because that would trigger the counter-hitting high attack.
Zoning game.
Yeah.
Why so serious? Thank you for the tier 3, man. Holy fuck.
Once you start getting rewarded for zoning, it's a video game.
Yeah, the stages do.
Yeah.
Because it'd be cool. I mean, the reason why the stages feel bigger in this game, even though the characters are much bigger, is because unlike MKX, MKX had a run button. That shit was fucking fast. That shit puts you in their face like immediately. And then when you don't have that, and you have to literally dash 4 times.
I think the fastest thing I've seen in this game is the wall run flip.
Yeah, that's one of the fastest animations in the
Fastest
whole
thing
game.
in the entire game.
Yeah, like whoa, fuck, damn. Like the most mobility you can kind of see the character have.
I don't know. You know, here's the thing. I don't know. I think if you asked a lot of pros, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I love the zoning. I love that. I love." But
Those are the guys that like I specifically was
Yeah.
talking to some of the Injustice guys, and I'm like, I feel like this game really likes it when you walk back, and then try to punish after walking back, and he's like, I love it. It's like Injustice 2.
Their styles of play probably had an influence on it.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
You gotta realize it's the same guys that did make, you know, that gameplay with that style.
Yeah.
The way the meta shaped up into it.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example.
Oh, after
Yeah,
blocking.
here comes the eyeball.
If you're a slide and I block it, if I flawless block, I can then reverse select too.
Presentation's amazing though.
Yeah.
So, Blue Blood is because he's a god.
He's
I guess so,
he's an
yeah.
elder god or herald of the gods, I believe.
Something like that. Yeah, Mac, I don't know if you wanted to see like some Scorpion, but I know
No.
it's the first match.
This is the first match?
It's the first match in this.
And
footage.
Scorpion has some stuff.
Yeah, I actually haven't watched like a really good Scorp do stuff.
Yeah, I'd say playing Scorpion.
Okay.
And this is okay. So this is going up against Baraka, who actually has some of the best projectiles in the game right now. Baraka's projectiles are fucking ridiculous. They recover so
And
fast.
that's me playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Honeybee and Hayate.
And you can see the menu right now. All of the different options these pro players.
But if you gain meter faster by walking forward instead of back, that's some Guilty Gear shit. I like that.
Yeah.
That's some Guilty Gear
Dash
shit.
forward,
Yeah,
build tension.
You build your tension meter by
Reward,
running
yeah.
at dudes. Yeah, I like that.
Max.
Reward.
Max, I fucking love Guilty.
Honeybee ready?
This is well, I mean, because Guilty Gear sets up for some of the most engaging neutral.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't know how long you're here, but there's a place like right around here, like SoCal, that has like one of the top Guilty Gear.
Oh yeah.
Mike Ross goes there just to play Guilty Gear.
I'm
Because
gonna
that's one of the
sympathize with
best
you,
is.
Wooly. It hurts me so much how fucking hard Biken is to play that game.
Oh, but I do it anyway.
I know.
I do it anyway.
She's amazing.
Worlds collide.
Yes.
But I played her like before she got boofed.
Yeah.
And he has
And getting just rushed the fuck down and being able to do nothing about it was just.
So meter burn.
Yeah. So here, this is what
So
I'm
you did 2 meters right there.
some of the strings I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch how fast his bar is recovering at the bottom left.
Yeah.
He has to wait that long to get his teleport.
And then a little bit over this, and it's back. Second
Whoa!
bar's free. Second bar's free.
Damn,
That's what I'm saying, right?
dude.
breakaway mechanic.
That's
No
crazy.
wonder that was building back so fast.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's when he can get.
So here's the
here.
mix.
Yeah.
Here's the mix.
You can't do it right there because
Oh,
he ran out.
He used it.
Yeah.
But that's the clean
Literally what
Scorpion.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
And that's the strings. That's the length of the strings you're gonna see.
Yes. That is about like optimal.
So Scorpion is an interesting character where he can zoop around your projectiles, which is like if every character has that, then I think this will be good.
That's what I was telling you guys.
Like-
Like all the stuff you were complaining about when it comes to zoning.
But Sonya doesn't have. There's already examples.
No. The characters that can teleport can. Raiden, Scorpion, Scarlet, those are the teleporting characters. They all get around that shit.
Well, right. But we're saying is that Raiden, Scarlet have zoning and teleport.
And teleport,
You would
yes.
think that your character would excel at close range and have teleport, but no zoning.
No, some characters.
But Cassie has zoning, good close range, but no teleport. So she gets eaten alive at full screen. Sonya cannot zip across the screen really fast with anything.
No, she just
Yeah,
So what
Scarlet
we're
and
saying
Zonia.
is that there's examples in the game already of characters that are going to suffer like Black Canary did.
there's nothing you can do. And you know what's funny is that's an injustice thing. Some characters are just terrible against the better characters, so you're gonna be seeing the same characters, let's say, in a tournament over and over.
And that's what we're complaining about.
Yeah,
That's our complaint.
Oh, but India has the best Scorpion. Nice.
But that, I mean, that's why I said in the King of the Hill, all you saw were Scorpions. Scorpions were fucking covering the damn. So
Take a look.
maybe it's already begun. You know, and this is just the start.
Is this the right match?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is correct. Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, if you just look at how the
So 1 meter, here comes a... No, he didn't burn the second meter, so combo ends. 8 hits.
and then back in.
It's almost better just to use both your meters. Because if you just build 1 meter and a little
you
bit,
had to mix.
why not just...
And
you
here's
know?
and the time it takes to wait for one,
Yeah.
the second one comes back so quickly in that
Yeah.
situation. That it's like a little bit, only a few seconds more.
Yeah, I would just waste them both. Especially offense, because that's all it's for. It's offense.
Reminiscent of MK9, but it's not nearly as effective as it was back
Scorpion
then. You would kind of
Paradise.
dash block rapidly to get in. You really have to think to get in, which then goes
Oh,
for
that was a
the
low.
See?
Yeah.
Remember, that was
Low
a
to
combo, Steve.
teleport.
Yeah,
That was
remember?
a low to teleport. That's
Does Scorpion have an overhead?
using their weapons.
The second swing of his katana.
Okay.
The first swing of the katana is like mid, and then the second one, oh, not mid. It's
Yeah, we'll have to
like,
check out the
the second one is
ketchup and mustard stuff.
Yeah, Baraka uses his blades with his back too, and
Yeah, that back to
Yeah,
overhead
see?
is huge.
Like, I'm gonna throw projectile Scorpions. Like,
right.
oh! That was a cool anti-air.
We definitely want
Yeah, so I noticed
Oh,
that.
it's not a short jump.
short jump.
That was cool.
Yeah, and you put knock to knockdown. Right?
Yeah.
But like that's it. He
And then it
got-
gives you advantage afterwards.
Yeah.
Baraka does have a, it's
There's something about the pacing of the combos
not gonna get a combo.
that
Or Scorpion does have a low.
ink,
that can
unk,
combo, but his
unk,
overhead just
unk,
slaps you.
like
So it's gonna
before it was like dunk dunk dunk,
really, really
dunk dunk dunk, like it was a lot faster. Now they're obviously paced slower.
Well, short hop is a new
And that's the same with like most of the characters.
It will crush any low attack or a throw, and then every
Yeah, see, he
character
tried to throw
has
another
a
fireball, got
different
8. He was good at
punch their universal.
messing with punishing fireballs in Molina.
Reactive Ruby, thank you.
Molina.
Yeah.
You know, teleport kick, you throwing a...
No word of Molina here.
Yeah.
Huh?
Like, you're about to do a fireball, EX teleport kick, full combo.
So potentially one.
So that's exactly it. Is that like just the moment of downtime after that 2-bar combo occurs?
Yeah.
And the game's like, whoa,
Here you go, back
Whoa.
yeah.
like,
SPH, thank you, dude.
Let's see it again.
like circle straight.
Yeah,
thing.
photorealistic noob would be fucking sick. What did 16-bit say about 50/50s there? I'm actually really curious.
To be clear, it just comes back on a timer. It's
Correct.
not related to anything
There's
else.
no longer meter building by doing moves or taking chip damage. It's on a
man.
timer. You can almost think of it like a cooldown.
Okay.
And it is a very fast cooldown if you've only used 1 bar, so you definitely should feel welcome to use your amplified moves a lot, but if you have none right now, you can see he could not do this amplified teleport.
Right.
Please. Please.
Oh, you can see Baraka jumping that
Yeah.
back one. Very smart.
I started to read that teleport, I think, right
Double
there.
tap for everything. Like,
But you can see, is that back one, I think
it's
you told me?
fantastic.
Yes, back one is the sword move.
Yeah, incredible button right there.
Yeah, it's... A lot of the characters play their best at that kind of mid-range.
Oh, here we go, let's see.
The back 1-1 is you get that overhead.
It's like
You
his-
are not rewarded
It's
for
like his
attacking.
head realized
I
he
don't know
just
if
got
you could hear
experienced.
that in the
Yeah.
way that I
If you
heard
get your
it.
head chopped off, how long does
Big
it
ol'
take for your
headphones
brain to
on my
shut
ears
off?
right now, and
Pretty sure it'd
each
be
one of those
instant,
little
right?
blood droplets I
No.
feel like was in my
Yeah,
head.
it's your
brain.
Our audio department does an
Easy.
amazing job of making something gross like 10 times
This is
gross.
this is the only fighting game that does not reward you for attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you're right.
Talk to me a little
Outside
bit
of just
about
that.
movement
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
game. Seems like run is not there.
Run is completely gone.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. This
First
is
time this ever happened.
one of the very few fighting games you're rewarded for not attacking.
If there was a guard break of some kind, I'd say yeah, but there isn't.
There isn't a guard break. Yeah, we thought there
So
was.
they're mostly used to like maybe when you hit a Sub-Zero freeze to get there quickly,
He
or
had that low.
if you want to take the risk because they have.
That's
the
what he's doing with Scorpion. He's literally doing the same shit I was doing with Sub-Zero. Hang out at that mid-range distance, you wait for them to whip a button, and you punish.
You know, like, you probably, like, I mean, like, maybe a year from now, he'd be crushing blow that low, because he's going for it a lot. He's going for that string into the low kick a lot.
The normals have a
So
lot
if
of
you knew
range
that was
and
coming,
range,
down,
using their
crushing blow,
weapons.
and let him have it.
But the walking is really strong, so you can kind of walk in and out of that range easier.
You can see how many times he
He
goes
said,
for it.
he said something about a 50.
Yeah, it seems like already from about this range,
me go
they can
back.
play footsies.
Yeah, I was listening out. I think we were.
Yeah, I was talking my best.
Yeah, that back two overhead is huge. Half screen.
Because they have a lot of recovery. Walking is really the name of the game, in my opinion. You can cancel a dash with a block or an attack if you want, reminiscent of MK9, but it's not nearly as effective as it was back then, where you would kind of dash block rapidly to get in. You really have to think to get in, which then goes with what I'm saying about the normals having so much range. So the normals have a lot of range at mid-range, and everyone's using their weapons, but the walking is really strong, so you can kind of walk in and out of that range easier.
Okay.
See? That's what you said.
Well, he's literally describing the exact same thing that we experienced.
Yeah, walking back.
From about this range,
walking.
they can play footsies.
Exactly.
Everyone loves that.
Rocket uses his blades in this back too.
Thank you, Suit.
It's there, and the thing is that what is the game that the game that focuses on those traits the most? Which game is it? It's Street Fighter. That's a Street Fighter thing. Like that's the whole point of Street Fighter is to focus on walking and blocking. Don't jump. Better walk in, and we're gonna play footsies with each other. That's the weirdest decision. Like, why would they?
Like I said,
That's weird.
he looks at Street Fighter 5 and goes, "That's successful. Let's do that."
I don't know. It seems very weird that they would go towards.
I think that I'm looking at this damage now, and I'm like, based on the fact that this is what combos are now, it makes sense how high this damage is.
Yes, because combos are.
The game would probably feel way too slow.
You missed it again.
It'd feel way too slow.
What's it again?
Say exactly.
Let's go back. So 230. Let's go
First to
220.
threes, just so everybody knows.
Because they have a lot of recovery.
Let's listen. We're gonna listen to what he says.
You can cancel a dash with a block or an attack if you want, reminiscent of MK9,
Okay,
but it's
yeah.
not nearly as
That-
effective
that we-
as back then, where you
we're gonna
would
keep listening.
dash block rapidly to get in. You really have to think to get in,
see.
which then goes with what I'm saying about the normals having so much range. So the normals have a lot of range at mid-range, and everyone's using their weapons, but the walking is really strong, so you can kind of walk in and out of that range easier.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like already from about this range they can play footsies, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, Baraka uses his blades with his back too, and
Yeah, that back two overhead is huge. Half screen.
right. And one of the things we want to do is we definitely wanted to bring back the really exciting offense of MKX, but we've looked at the overheads and the lows, and they have a lot more risk-reward factor to them. Like, Baraka does have it's exactly what you said, it's like almost a half-screen overhead, but he's not going to get a combo.
Right.
Or Scorpion does have a low that can combo, but his overhead just slats you down.
Okay.
So it's going to be a lot rarer to see, like, the really, really deadly mix-ups.
So we just saw a little...
So the interesting thing.
These are single hit.
Yeah, but not with fucking
Not with
Sub-Zero.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you were watching the matches I was having, but absolutely wasn't the case with Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Like, Sub-Zero could make his overhead, which is a single hit axe, which was mostly unreactable, or his low. So, for example, Sub-Zero hits you with a couple of buttons, bink, bink, you're reeling back.
Stunned, yeah.
Back two is an axe chop. You can do a double axe chop and it finishes the thing, but if you only hit it once, it's cancelable. Axe chop into regular ice ball, shit doesn't work. They're able to block, and it doesn't combo. But axe chop into EX ice ball combos. EX ice ball also safe on block. So if that shit whiffed and they blocked it, I'm safe.
Yeah.
In fact, I go for down 3 after, and I get it usually. One example: if I go for overhead, I'm safe. If I have the meter built automatically, cool. Down. Back 3-2 is like a low poke chop with Sub-Zero. That naturally combos into Ice Ball. So if I don't want to
meter burn,
if they blocked low and I did Ice Ball, oh crap, I'm getting punished. But if I meter burn the Ice Ball, once again, I'm left at a 50-50 situation where my opponent's guessing and I'm left safe.
Okay.
So I would have matches where I would lock them, freeze them, jump in, do the thing, go for my 50-50. Did it hit or whiff? It hit. Let's do it again. Jump in, bink, 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 overhead or low. And it would successfully land 4 times straight.
Jeez.
And then last one I had to guess because my meter didn't build up all the way.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, like, and if you slowed that down a little bit, you can wait till you get the meter back and restart the game again.
Exactly.
So vortexes that are meter dependent in games usually run out when the meter's gone, and then you're forced to engage.
Yes.
Right? Anyone who has a really strong advantage when they have full meter is forced to now play an honest game and earn that meter back.
Yes.
Yeah.
In this game, time is the only difference between giving you back your state.
So the thing is with Sub-Zero, at least in this build, that wasn't happening. Like I was absolutely able to 50-50 people. And that was leading to about 20 to 25% damage because I wasn't getting the opener anymore. I was getting like the halfway part of the combo. So maybe they'll take that out because that was my whole game plan with Sub-Zero. Get in, go over 50-50. Because by the time I'm in, I've been blocking and walking back, so I have my bar has naturally gained back. So
Short hop out of Scorpion.
maybe that's true for like Scorpion and stuff.
It will crush any low attack.
But for sub in the current build we were playing,
they can either do a punch
it at least seemed very reliable. That's how I was winning my matches.
So for example, if you predict that Baraka's going to try to throw you, you can do a short hop to actually
never
go over the
would
throw
have
and then do a
guessed
splat.
that this is the direction.
By the way, we're playing first to 3.
You know what that is?
Interesting.
You know, they're trying to court Street Fighter. Hey, Street Fighter, come on, Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat.
Honestly, I think the full roster and what the full roster is doing, like, is going to tell more of that story. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
If you really end up seeing a
We also
roster
saw a
that
couple
like
of
has
times in there,
everyone,
again,
well, right now Sonya doesn't
the
have it, but
wake-up
if everyone
system,
has a
very
side,
different.
literally it becomes a universal thing. In the same way that when V skills came into Street Fighter,
Yeah.
not everyone has not every V skill gets through fireballs, but almost every V skill gets through fireballs.
Yeah.
It tells you the story of what they wanted.
What they want the game to be about.
And I'm wondering if this is going to happen with the full roster. You know, just looking at their move list, you're going to go, oh, they want this type of horizontal movement.
Are they safe?
You know,
Watch Sonic Fox versus Rewind.
Okay.
last match.
They'll be safe.
There is some variation.
Second.
Yeah.
Part of me feels
I
like
think this is-
very
It's so impressive that these guys. I mean, these guys are
They'll
Evo
leave
champions. They
design
are
or
already
whatever.
using a mechanic like that.
Yeah, dude, Sonya's projectile was an anti-air. You notice that?
Yeah.
I was jumping in on Sonya, and they were doing projectile as an anti-air. I was like, what?
And Rewind's just one basically
Yeah.
throw.
They're the regular one.
Yeah, that one gets tough sometimes.
Okay, there he goes.
Yeah, interesting. This match actually was interesting because like Sonic Fox was losing for most of it, and then he brought it back.
Yeah, that's Sonic Fox.
Let me,
2-2 final round, but like he was actually getting pretty thoroughly
She,
handled.
unlike a lot of characters, she doesn't use a
Yeah, this was the
weapon,
Raiden I was fighting against a lot
some
today.
of the shortest in this version of the game,
that
but she makes
was
up for it
very
with
electricity
really, really
heavy.
good mix-ups. She has like a
that fucking
very
stomp,
long move
man.
list, and she has a lot of overhead and low mix-ups. They're all on
Oh, that was
safe,
ridiculous.
but
Yeah,
she makes you guess.
so he can
constantly,
cancel
like,
that.
Her back
that,
1-2 there, the second hits
Superman,
an overhead,
yeah.
and then she has a
He
load
can do
of
the
combo
startup and then
so
go nope.
Oh, nice.
She's very much a high-risk, high-reward mix-up character, and Sonic's so good at predicting how you're going to block, mixing you up. It's a great character for him.
That definitely makes sense to
That
me.
was a good match.
Unfortunately for Sonic, he's having a lot of trouble actually getting going because Raiden is so good in the mid-range.
That was pretty. Boom.
Raiden is also a character where the custom character variation really sets him apart.
Oh, I know who Rewind
He
is.
has his classic moves you'd expect, the teleport,
Noble
the
Rewind.
Superman, but he has a lot of, like Gearus, very
Yeah,
wacky
Noble,
moves.
there
He
you go.
actually has a stance
These guys play
where he
as
starts
they've been
hovering
playing
in the air.
Yeah.
We showed it to you,
these
and he has
games
like
together
4 different moves out there.
forever.
Yeah.
He's got a move that's, he actually puts his staff into the ground and it's planted, and then he can do his lightning
Yeah,
moves
see,
to
that's the
bounce
closer
off of
move
it.
right there.
A lot of kind of trap or setup moves if he chooses to use those.
Now, at the end of the last round, when he was going for the chip-out kill, was there anything that Sonic could have done? Is there like a push block, or is there anything in that sense?
There's the flawless block where chip is dramatically reduced and you get a reversal. So that's kind of how you would want to push block in this game. And so it's very high skill survivability.
If you block one hit of a string and the next hit of the string, do you have to continue to input the...
You do not. You can hold block and you'll still get the reduced chip thing. So if you're good enough to get it going, you know, you can survive stuff you'd normally be killed by.
What if you block
Talking,
the first hit of the
this
string
is-
regularly?
this
Can
is
you
Sonic
then
Fox
do
playing
the
Sonya.
special timing block for the second hit?
The greatest fighting game player in the world currently.
It depends on how big
It is
the
like
game
it is like comparing children on a basketball play yard to Michael
The
Jordan.
nerds can look into that minutia later. And,
For sure.
But yeah. There will be scenarios where there's enough of a gap and you can flawless block the second hit and then punish it.
But not on a tight string.
Right.
Like rest assured that even if it's day 0,
Rest assured, even if it's day -1, Sonic Fox is probably going to figure out the meta and figure you out with the
A
meta.
day one
really
Sonic
fast.
Fox
This
would
was
beat
chase down
a
for Sonic
6
Fox.
to
You
a
can see
year
those
me.
buttons out of Raiden are big.
Right.
Yeah, very fast forward movement.
Okay, I think
Sonic Fox
he'll learn the character
her
like
onion
an
rings
hour,
are
and
actually
I'll use my
really,
blade.
really good at this game. They recover really. It's kind of like Baraka, where they're surprisingly. You normally wouldn't think of her onion rings as being super, super strong, but they are great in this.
Flawless block.
Okay. And we saw briefly, I don't know if we've seen it actually connect, but Raiden has a huge anti-air, gigantic forward range on that.
That shot's so good.
Oh, man.
Now this really shows the fatal blow mechanic here because he has now made this comeback, but Sonic is now inflated fatal blow territory. Right. And she had overhead.
He is not using teleport throw at all, and that shit is amazing.
That came out later. This was early on in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't doing it.
I was getting hit by teleport throw. That shit felt unreactable.
God damn. I didn't see that.
Teleport was fast.
Really fucking fast. Damn, I want to see that.
Yeah, Sonic's doing a really good job just kind of getting the mid-range.
Onyx Strider, thank you, dude.
This game you hold forward to block. Mortal Kombat. Always
Okay, let's see what he got.
Rewind tries to get out of the corner.
Yeah, see, that's the big combo like Sonya has.
It's
It's so
blasphemous.
impressive that these guys, I mean, these guys are Evo champions. They are already using a mechanic like that.
I know.
Well,
Too late at this point. It's like complaining about it.
No, but with these moves,
Everyone's
it's
just
very
one,
difficult for
basically
back to
throw
block.
or
With
low.
Scorpion's
Either
teleport,
chip
you would never want that.
No, for sure.
You would never want
It's the
that.
baked-in cross-up button.
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
Fuso Do, thank you, dude.
Although Injustice had that.
Yeah,
And Scorpion was an Injustice.
yeah, and he was OP as fuck, and they had to slow it down, and they had to do other stuff. But like for a while, Scorpion and
Detail here is
Look at
Vanilla
the
Scorpion.
helicopter blade.
To the blade.
Wait, are they getting?
Since
They
we've
kind of
been
wait
seeing a lot of
One of the
projectiles
helicopter
popping out,
blades has an
the
intestine
false
on
block.
it. It's really cool.
Father Bento, thank you, dude.
Same. If you block it, at the last second, you're not going to take.
Either way, I'm still really excited for the game. I'm just curious to see how it evolves outside of, day one impression.
Rewind when the first set.
since you see it's coming.
He did. They probably need to fix it. I think
Call him up.
it's under one.
Call him up in the past. Hey,
We did record a lot of footage.
Going
Yeah,
back
we
to
have
the zoning
chronicles of
game,
that.
again, we've seen a lot of this coming out of Raiden.
I just saw you asked for questions on Twitter, and someone asked, "Are there
There's one moment
brutalities?"
where
Yeah.
he does the anti-air
Maybe?
as well. It's
Okay.
like
I
that
don't
right
know. That's
next
something
here
I would ask
almost
players here. I don't know.
Okay.
really sucks.
Well, I don't know the answer to that.
They were definitely a cool feature in MKX. I hope they're back.
Okay.
hope so.
Okay.
Oh my god, Daniel, thank you for the fan art, man. I'll just show everybody after this.
Some pressure now from Sonic Fox as he moves forward.
Yeah, and Sonic Fox is definitely adjusted here after that first game. Oh, that mace is in play though.
I didn't talk to a ton of people about the game,
Oh, the
but
interactable mace.
I did hear similar impressions.
And remember, you can amplify an interactable to get armor.
And they're popping up on Twitter.
One of the few ways you can get armor. in
Yeah,
this
I
game,
was-
so it's pretty useful.
I was reading a few threads and people were very
What was
kind of
that?
worried about
I believe that one is if
The way the
you
game is
block
kind
the
of
first, try to flawless block the
being
second,
demoed.
you fail.
That's why I'm kind of
Wow,
curious to
okay.
watch the
That makes it
ketchup and
pretty
mustard
involved.
stuff to see if they're like, are they obviously not
I think
using
that's what it is.
projectiles?
Yeah.
Like,
And yeah, and that did like
Well, you know
a
what's
ton of
what? You know what's
That's a
wild?
super sick
Here's
condition.
everything. What if they gave this game to us at E3?
So you have an incentive
We
to
saw
not
this, and a
try,
lot
I
of
guess.
people
Very cool.
said, "Hey,
If you're
I
not
would give them enough
exact
time to
with
kind of
timing.
rework it in a big
Oh,
thing."
great anti-air with the
Isn't
uppercut.
that what
Uppercuts
you're
are, like,
saying
really
is how
good in
the
this
previous
game.
games came out?
a little bit.
Seems like
Yeah.
a lot of characters have
There's
great
definitely some stuff that was
the beginning
definitely
of Superman
different
right
from
there,
Yeah,
which
the
is
for
really
free.
nice.
So
Yeah,
we're like,
you
you're
can
like,
actually
man,
delay
you
the
know,
That could just be early build shit.
You can cancel it. Now, you can't
previous
cancel it
releases were
forever
like,
because it takes some of your stamina, but
fast forward a
it's a
couple
pretty good
months,
fake
then
out.
you get end of the year, you gotta slip it a bit more time.
Oh
until
yeah, they
next
had a
year.
lot of time to like work
Sonic
with the
can steal
game.
this with
Just
Fatal
think about it.
Blow
E3 was
Oh, no.
MKX is gonna feel like fucking super turbo compared to World Warrior.
You can't jump this,
Yeah.
so I
If we
thought
go
the
back to
box
it.
was at the
Yeah,
bottom.
like if this was
That's the actual
MKX and then
lightning.
No,
MKX was
Raiden, it's not
MK11.
tracking. Raiden has to know
It'd be more
close
like-
game or far.
MKX is-
That's
MKX is
definitely a
fucking
do not
fast.
miss, sir.
Wow.
And Sonic is
When did MKX come out?
really
What year
making
was
hay with those rings.
2015.
Oh, great tech.
it?
These guys are already tucking each other's throws and playing patient in the mid-range.
Yeah, I really like watching Sonic just sort of move forward inexorably. It's not super fast each time, but you can see him consistently doing it.
What are these two friends going to do when they're not playing this game every day until April? Like, this flight is going to be such an emo flight for them because you know they're going to be hyped all
So you see,
day
that's
long.
a
Ready for the
perfect zone
second hand,
punish.
have the right
Yeah,
angle.
wow.
Because it's teleporting on the startup of the fireball.
Oh,
Right?
and there you saw the amplified spear with the armor.
Oh,
amplified.
that's a good
Okay.
damage. All he needs is chip.
Sonic could easily.
Oh,
that's
hold on.
a critical mistake. And Sonic's going to catch in that fatal blow.
Well, why not? If he takes one more hit and chip,
Ah,
he's
wait,
done.
look at that damage, dude.
Wait, that even
Oh
might
my
just
god, that
kill.
almost killed.
Almost.
Oh, nice.
Told you how fast that teleport is, dude. He needs to be using it more.
That's how
Crazy thing is that Raiden ends up getting great zoning, and he can fucking instantly zoom in.
Yeah.
That's how he lived.
I kind of would like. I think this game would have a wonderful balance if every character had like those projectiles and an instant zoop. I think that's there you go.
Or a V skill to get around fireball.
I'm not sure exactly
You know what that balance would be? Everybody picking Raiden.
We've done
That's
ball
the
spot.
Or Batgirl.
Or Batgirl.
Everybody gets a zoom.
We'd have to look. I'm guessing he still would have died. I don't remember exactly how much he had.
So that doesn't avoid chip death.
It doesn't avoid it completely or chip death, but it does do significantly less. It really does matter. I just don't remember.
Oh damn!
Like, I have to see
Did you see how much damage that projectile did? Because he landed a couple of
more.
EXs. He doesn't get that again though. You only get it one time per game.
Wow.
Wow, they're
Third
both again
game?
live.
Yeah. That fatal. You only get one punishing blow.
Which I absolutely
The funny thing
love
about
the
this
animation.
exhibition was not a
The
single
way he turns
Sub-Zero.
around and do it is
Really?
None of these players touched him.
Damn.
I was going to say Rewan's hanging around by that mace knowing an amplify, but then he teleported away.
No. They said today it starts directly after MTX.
He said after 9, but he misspoke.
Yeah, he misspoke with that because he said after 9.
I got it.
Maybe he wants to save it for the next game.
Because literally the first scene is
Anyway, so we'll see.
him ripping off his
What's the
head.
decision you have to make?
Yeah, it's
He's
very,
like
very
sending it
cool.
to Liu Kang.
And he did. So he was right. He was right.
Yeah, I think he's right.
So now if he's in a bad spot, or if he could just seal the game,
He'll still have
What I noticed,
and since
some of
Rewan
these projectiles
used
come
it,
out really
he'll have
fast.
it.
You know how Sonya shoots projectiles in MKX?
got it.
Yeah,
Like they have a big amount of startup in MKX.
Well, so
And
Raiden has a
kind of
a
red
big
punch.
startup
I don't know,
projectile.
but-
His has a slow startup
Okay.
when it comes out. Sonya's and Baraka's are like really fucking
They're
fast.
really fucking fast.
In that slow mo.
That's
I
a
was
bad.
talking about. Oh my
That's
god.
crushing
that
blow,
range on
sorry.
it is
That's the
absurd.
anti-air.
The lightning bolt
Yeah.
is the hitbox,
Pulls you
so
right in.
yeah, you can even hit jump back. So Raiden is so good on the
I
ground.
don't think Sonya looks
really
anything
nice
wrong with her.
shot.
She looks like she's like in her
Seems
mid
really
40s.
Yeah.
Just like what the
Yeah,
character
I think
kind of is.
I think this is a strong consideration in many games, in my opinion. He's great.
Cool.
I also
She's
really
a combat
love
mom.
And
She
there's a
looks like a
difference.
combat
Then
mom.
you
Yeah,
see
he's cool, for sure.
Scarlet,
Like
is
this
a much younger.
a
much younger
Oh, wow, that
extremely
restand.
tall, and I don't think we've ever really shown how big he
Probably
is.
changed dramatically from MK9.
Oh, of course.
He is a big guy.
Combat time.
You took over the low, and he's
Sonic's got it.
all right. Ties it up 2-2.
Good old cartoons making fun of Jax for being
Going down to the end.
I think this is exactly what we expected from these two players.
Yeah.
Whoever wins, they're definitely going to hug. There's definitely going to be a hug. There's just no doubt there's going to be a hug. And I think Sonic Fox actually has a cold, so he'll transfer
Sonya's
that.
she's got the lap
Okay,
lines
Rewan.
on her face.
Yeah.
Right? She's got the lap lines.
They could be sick together while tweeting about how sick and OD the game is.
Yeah, so this is where Sonic
Yeah, that's where, the restand. You saw that?
Yeah.
So there he stands. He can do whatever he wants at that point. He has full advantage.
Oh, was it a
And
counter?
she has
It's interesting watching this now with like the perspective of
She has a standing
the
line.
game.
She has a high counter and
That was a combo Steve was doing.
Wild at the end right there. So match point for Sonic
At that
Fox.
point, he could have gotten out of that. He could have done
Dippy.
yeah,
Teleports out the corner, very
I didn't
smart.
even do it.
I don't know how
I
to
tried
do
doing it several fucking times.
I actually don't know how to do it yet.
That
So
didn't seem like a cancel
once
either.
again,
It
that's
just looked
something
like a
that we could have.
It was literally flip stance with back.
Sonic's in a lot
And,
of
and the
trouble.
only at
Sonic's
the
going to lose
tip of the arc.
first set.
Did you do it in Injustice 2 a lot?
No, actually, I never did.
Oh, there you go. It's the same in Injustice 2.
So yeah, that was a match where
What was that?
So Rewind just like burnt that meter,
That was-
and then
Yeah.
just did lightning shock, lightning stomp, and then he came back, and then he confirmed in the air, and that was the round. You know.
Yeah, there you go. So confirmed from Rewind. He's got the corner.
Oh, that'll be a
Here we
combo.
go.
You can actually mash two to keep that going, but Sonic's not doing
Oh, I
it.
can tell you the punches sound very girthy on the games we were playing.
Oh yeah, the sound.
Yeah, yeah.
great.
The sound on this
Great.
recording was
That
like
thing
mixing on the
takes.
left side.
Crunching and the fucking.
Sonic is inching his way in. Rewind doing a great job with the zoning.
Mostly negative. I think we have a lot of. I mean, all of our impressions are super positive when it comes to graphics and impressions.
11, Korean.
Green McHugh, McHamster, thank you, dude. It's just we're just very surprised that the game kind of plays out more like Street Fighter in many ways.
That was just
At least early on.
Great situation.
Not
funny.
I was ready for the game to be a lot more offensive, and I'm like, maybe I'm doing something wrong, and then they pretty much say the game isn't supposed to be super offensive. I'm like, oh, okay then.
Yeah, like all right then.
Oh, I guess it wasn't just me.
Still doesn't break out.
And it doesn't seem like we're being negative. We're
That doesn't come up.
speaking our mind. It's very surprising because MK's never really been this way.
Alright, we're not used to it, and when people said, "Oh, this game's gonna play like Street Fighter," we had something different in mind. When somebody says this game's gonna play like Street Fighter, I'm thinking someone's gonna do a low, like a low kick to projectile, and that's gonna connect. You know what I mean? It's gonna be better, like
crouching forward into Fireball.
Exactly. That's what we thought, like they meant by Street Fighter, not like this.
It doesn't mean we're not going to play the game. We're absolutely going to play it, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm still excited to see other characters. There might be a character that completely changes my mind.
That's why I keep saying character reveals.
Characters are important, dude.
Yeah. As I said before, Chad, MKX was the same scenario. I didn't like it at the beginning, but I gradually started getting into it, and I started to really like the game for what it was. And NetherRealm listened to the fans if they didn't like something, and they're notorious for that. So things can always change later on.
Yeah, NRS has done always an amazing job at listening.
If it feels a little dry right now, a new wet character might shake things up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, we need a wet ass character.
Moist
We need a wet ass Batgirl to show up.
Shit up.
Need a wet ass G, a wet ass Batgirl.
Some damn characters coming in.
So, according to Sue, a head is conscious for 30 seconds after being...
Yeah, somebody said in the
Yeah,
chat.
30 seconds.
Yeah, wasn't there historically there's
A man who actually let himself get killed.
kind of
Let
says-
himself get it done. Yeah, blink for like several seconds in the basket.
to prove it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, check this out. Oh, it's true.
I don't know. I think he had like a terminal disease, so he just wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't hear about that. That makes a
Yeah.
lot more sense.
Yeah.
It's still fucking horrifying.
It's horrible.
Oh yeah, of
But
course.
he,
Yeah,
he blinked to make sure.
yeah, to make sure.
Anyway,
Go check it out. Update.
Did I do it? Did I do it? Yeah.
Put my head back on.
And that's the thing. For exactly, K Peril. For all we know, a lot of shit could have changed between now and the combat cast we're going to see at the end of the month. Because, like I said, from what I'm hearing, this build was pretty old. And that's usually what happens with fighting games. Like, the builds that go out are definitely nowhere close to what is currently being worked on. So, all we're doing is just telling you what we experienced, what we felt, and guess what? The developers literally backed that up. And we weren't expecting that. We thought we were actually playing the game incorrectly and getting results that way, and the developers literally confirmed it. And the commentators, who are developers, like 16-Bit is a developer, he literally is confirming it as well. You sit back at that mid-range distance and poke each other out.
so that ketchup mustard match, is that something?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm curious to
Yeah, let's check
see
it
how
out.
different that was versus what we
Well,
saw.
that-
Chronos, thank you, dude.
No, but we can watch it.
No, I'm saying like, did we already pass it? Because we
No,
watched it.
that's
That's
they're in
Yeah,
London.
UK.
Oh,
They,
okay.
it was, they weren't there today.
London.
What was the Twitch channel that was
London.
that it was on? NetherRealm, WB Games UK. Chat room, anyone know?
Nexit.
Kenny, you know?
No, I don't. Everyone's just telling us to watch it. I
WB
don't
Games
know.
Live. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I found
There
it.
it is.
Fortunately, Twitch froze. Cool.
Yay!
Yay.
WB Brexit.
Mhm.
Yeah, Leon, we can do a 30-second boost. Murpidin, thank you, dude.
30-second boost.
On slow mode.
Dark Lantern, please. It froze again. Yeah!
Yeah.
Twitch! Woo!
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
You can see what we mean by like actually
These are not.
game on 8.
Hey, man, what like a crazy event, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's
England was popping off.
I don't think there's any matches here.
There it is. There should be.
There it is,
5
there
hours
it is.
ago.
Yeah, yeah. You just
There's some
hours.
matches, but I don't think these are. It's not ketchup and mustard.
Ready, so it's a question of who can learn the quickest buddy the mortar. Sorry, so it's not going to be exactly the
I think that was
word.
good.
But,
Are they commentating their own matches, chat room?
Well, I just did an uppercut over this guy's head right now. I'm gonna do a sweep right now. Oh, damn, he hit me.
So just to watch, just to see what count for his range.
I've seen it before, actually. I've seen commentators
Really?
their own
Commentators
matches.
commentate their own matches?
Yeah,
That's just weird.
Back in the day, there was a Street Fighter tournament.
Vivek, thank you, dude.
And like Pat was commentating his own Street Fighter
No
match while playing
shit.
it.
I've never actually
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
that,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I was like,
It happens.
this is man commentating his own matches.
And here I go.
And here we go.
They commentate after they play. Check Twitter. Okay.
Go P&D or what?
It better be fucking. I see no link. I see no link.
All these people
Still looking for the matches.
within this rabbit warren. And it just drops that.
No, Chad. I'm not seeing anything. Mega Man Zero, thank you.
Hey,
I'm either gonna need a time code or.
Also,
Chronica at the end of the reveal trailer,
Something.
but there was a lot of mystery.
Do a
no one
quick
knew
YouTube
that
search
it's
here,
going to
just
be
in case it's
a
up
pretty.
yeah.
Oh wait,
Though, here we go.
they're sitting down. Okay, yeah. The other guys were commentating.
I think this
now.
is them.
Yeah.
But what
Other
the
guys
fuck?
were
Yeah, here we go.
there we go. Here we go,
What
here
is?
we go.
Oh, nice. See, they went with the suit. I like it. The red and the yellow.
Always.
I respect it. But dude,
That
that
Good for
box
you, thank you, dude.
on the commentating, I hope it's not there all the time.
All right, they're going
Give the
back.
people what they want. More stages. I'm also going to change character.
Look at those.
We're on the video. What, on this video?
All right. Ooh, we're bringing in a Sub-Zero.
Yeah, he's got to change.
Derek, man. Derek with a different hairstyle.
I don't know if that's a rule actually, but
Damn, I can barely even recognize Derek. Holy shit.
I thought I saw him here. No, he was just in the video. In the video. I thought I remember seeing him at the place.
Dragon Club here, folks.
Now, because they're so new to the game, they haven't really seen a lot of the
Wait,
background.
how come this shit don't go away?
British
No.
No.
So it's interesting to see they haven't used them.
I don't know what I think about Sub-Zero's pirate hat.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Right?
I don't like it.
Kenny Badass and Caramel Jenkins, look at it. He's got a little pirate hat on.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Now you'll never not see it. Fuck! Look at it!
I don't like it.
It was. I saw a Chinese hat.
It's a tiny Bloodborne hat.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's a tiny Bloodborne hat.
I tried to
can't be unseen.
Tiny.
Oh God, why, Max?
Wow, nice.
Literally unplayable.
Wow.
Damn, that was
See, now that's
badass.
a combo.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
All right.
That was a solid
Okay,
fucking combo.
he's doing. Okay, here's the Sub-Zero
Did he use
stuff.
two bars?
Overhead. That's the finish the string.
Did he use
Let's-
2 bars for that?
I'm
That's the
curious.
thing where he rolled in front of you.
So chain reaction, that's the variant that I was messing around with, and yeah, it's that one
There's a chainsaw
chain spin move,
Yeah.
basically that he gets out of it. But it's pretty slick. I like it.
Wake up.
Interrupts it. Fair enough. They are trying to beat each other. We should allow it. There's
Damn,
Please
fucking-
get
Yeah,
that,
that giant
get
box.
that commentator shit out of there,
That thing
bro.
is really irritating.
Yeah.
We don't
That
need
is
to,
wild.
We actually don't need to see
We can-
the commentators.
we can listen to you.
That's what the commentators are for, to
Be heard.
We are not seeing.
That's why I commentate. I'm ugly as fuck. I'm not commentating to be
Or at
seen.
least just make the box smaller. You
No.
don't really need to see the commentators that long.
Commentators are meant to be heard.
No, this is
This is daunting.
they don't. Yeah, this is they don't know what to do with fighting games. You
Yeah.
can tell,
Jesus.
you
So
can
he's
tell
not
when-
canceling the overhead of the axe into meter burn fireball.
I believe they can't. Oh.
Well, he just did an overhead to a low into
There we go.
the commentator box.
And yeah, he's doing the meter burn follow up. So that's a full string. I was ending that string early and then going for mix. Well, Forces, thank you for the 1,000 bits.
He seems thrown off by that teleport. Can it, like,
He's seen it a few times now. Here
Put our cam over the commentators to get
I
more
should.
space.
I should.
At least we'll have more.
That's funny.
You either have to do specific button combinations or
Like what? Like yeah, you know what? This game is good, but I want to see them commentating.
All right, well.
You know what I kind of like? I kind of like Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. Scorpion versus Sub-Zero feels like MK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes with the neutral jump, getting all
Nice.
his attacks.
Here we go.
back, and
Good shit,
back
and
in the change
then-
bin.
Two bars
yeah,
right
2
there.
bars, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! Okay.
Oh, he went for mix after.
Yeah.
He said-
Let's see, drop it.
Dog. Let's keep going.
Now he
Yeah,
has no
this
bars,
feels
though.
like X, man. This is looking a lot
Has
like.
been. But I haven't seen many roll techs.
Nice, okay, so what, is he safe after that?
To get out of combos.
Cross up punch.
All right, he goes with some axes.
Doesn't
knocking
cancel it
down
into the ice
next to
ball.
the dirty mattress, does some ground
This
ice,
is the variation he
low
used?
poke and
Yeah.
get out of there. Teleport, amplified,
He's got a
extending
yes.
with the
Chain
meter
reaction.
burn spear, and he
Huh?
continues the
No.
combo.
Oh, got the crushing blow in the end.
To a knockdown, though, eh?
Yeah.
It was not a combo extender.
That's the low starter.
The perfect fatal blow opportunity.
Oh gosh, this could be it.
Oh, he's dead. No, he's
For
dead.
sure,
Dead.
for
Dead.
sure.
Fuck.
Absolutely.
That's definitely
It
it.
does. And it does.
Yeah, this was a much more.
Interesting.
No, you know, Jack, you know why this seems fast? Because this is running at half the frame rate. Everyone's like, this is so much faster. Yeah, it's running at 30 FPS. I hate to break it to you.
What do you do? No, Mr. Simpson.
No, Mr. Simpson, no! No, Mr. Simpson, not again! No!
Mr. Simpson, no.
I've seen that. I mean,
There's little tongue bits floating around. That's disgusting. All
Yum,
right,
yum,
we
my
are
blood
tied
born
now,
hat.
1-1.
We go to
No, it's a tiny Bloodborne
Now
head.
let's see.
It's a itty
Tiny.
bitty.
Max Bleak.
What?
Fuck them up.
Zero Foxtrot, thank you.
When I was making variations, I was like taking that hat.
Call another Saturday at the house.
Sub-Zero and Yarnum.
Starts off with a chain spin.
Both of them went with the rematch, sticking with Sub-Zero.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
That's the poke. The axe.
Axe.
That is amazing.
Oh, this feels so
A
much
meter?
better.
Yeah.
Crushing
I love looking at the game.
some more, but drops the combo. I heard no boos out of the crowd.
Yeah.
But that
And this bink and a dink.
Try to get that extra
Interesting
Yeah.
finisher. I would.
And
He left
I don't
himself.
wanna make him feel bad for
Yeah.
dropping
You
combo.
definitely don't have to do that. You just
Yeah.
mix,
In
man.
the corner, right where he wants
Roll
it.
out.
So far, I think the most fun character is
There's
Scorpion.
a large hammer in
Oh,
the corner.
yeah, the flame kick is an
There's a
overhead
large
too.
hammer, but
Someone shouldn't
Is
have
it?
left that lane.
Mhm.
no.
Yeah, okay, so
But
there
we
you
should
go.
not try and dictate this match in any way. We're just being suggestive.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help him know there is a large.
Ooh, there looks like Kano's in the back drinking some vodka.
Yeah, they're using their wake up options more than a lot of the other matches
Also
we've
looks
seen.
Yeah.
disappointed.
Oh.
Moving on, here we go. Some ground ice. Fatal blows on both sides. Oh!
So literally, that's what Max. If you're like 25% faster, this is like. looks like
Sub-Zero taking this is game point for Sub-Zero.
They're using their their wake up options so much that they're doing like the short hops to like
Yeah.
counter it too.
Oh man, this game is so fast.
Jumps in the corner, but of course the throw gets you out of
So
it.
wow, low, standing low.
Or drops it though. Here we go. A little
Looks like I can almost
into
connect this
a
up from the
grab.
combo.
Ooh, I feel like he's going for another brutality. I can't tell. Doing damage over time, you'll notice there on Sub.
Jeez, it is doing damage over time.
Yes, a couple moves in this
Holy
game.
Yeah, a
point-
couple moves
couple
do
poison
bleed
moves.
damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bleed rather. Yes, and they bleed heavy.
And that's not specific characters, or is that everything?
That is specific characters.
It is. Yeah.
I love that combo, dude.
Scorpion is
Look at that overhead.
mess around. He's
Wow.
hero.
Great stuff.
This is it.
That'd be amazing if there was cross-platform. Holy shit.
Of course.
Nah. That's it's an uphill
Sonic.
battle every time.
The damn commentator cam is back.
It would save fighting. It would make games last longer.
It would, but it would take money from the hardware manufacturers.
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't, but they see it as
Yeah, so they
that.
see it as. It would
Yeah.
not. It would actually increase their fucking.
It really
sales.
it definitely.
Because some people are like, oh man, my friend, I have an Xbox. My friend
Yeah, my
has a
friend has it
PlayStation.
on. So now it
PlayStation.
encourages them to buy it on
Sony
their
didn't
system.
want it
Yeah.
for Fortnite. You think Mortal Kombat's gonna get the pass? You know.
He should have. All right, goes with the overhead axes into the flip kicks. He rolls
My friend
back
has this
into
game
the
on
corner.
Xbox.
Sub-Zero
I have
got
this
him
game.
right
I don't
where
have
he
this
wants
game.
him. Blocks
I'm not gonna
fatal
buy it.
blow.
He
Sub-Zero,
only has
what
it
are you
on
gonna do
Duncan,
here?
a lot of
I'm a
blocks he's
PS4.
taking there.
Do the grab
If you had it on
brutality. Do the
Xbox
grab
and it was
brutality.
cross-platform,
Not that
I would
there's
be
a
encouraged
grab
to buy it on
brutality or
PS4.
Yeah,
anything.
it's got those blue cups. Oh, here we go. It's brutality.
Yeah, you have to hold up on this one, I think.
Yeah.
I figured that one out.
Yeah, okay, they're definitely
I like
playing
Rex.
it
Thank
in
you,
a way that I
gentlemen.
didn't
was
see
outstanding.
most people
Your
playing it.
first
Oh my
two
God, that's it?
in Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
11 here in London, guys. That was outstanding. Thank you.
No, thank you, guys.
Get off the crowd shot. Get off. Get off the one. Please get off the crowd shot.
I mean, you're still ultimately looking at a heavy footsie based, short combo based.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean
counter
everything.
poking
Everything they were
exchanges.
doing still represents exactly
The best of
we were
what you're
talking
supposed to
about.
be doing, exactly. But yeah,
They were just executing. You know, they were
Yes.
effectively executing.
and using the mechanics, all of
Yeah, and
them.
using more mechanics.
Yes.
All right, I gotta take off a little early, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of Mortal Kombat. Oh wow! Now you guys get to see the cool shit. That jeez.
Okay, can I just
The
say?
loot boxing.
Can I just say though before you like
Oh,
That-
I think this is me
that
looking at the customization.
Yeah,
that
it is.
logo?
If you guys want to see this.
I don't know.
What?
The 11, the I don't know.
You don't like the Mortal Kombat
I
11
love
logo?
it. I'm not feeling it.
What? I'm not feeling it.
Hey guys, chat.
Oh,
I see the clever placement
So look,
of the
look, Steve.
1-1.
These are the
right, and it's all sharp and
these
shit.
are
They
the
are
other
dynamic.
these are the other intros and outros.
Yeah,
So this is the customization mode that I was looking at.
yeah, that's a dope one.
That's
right?
a dope one. There's another one coming up
So dark.
because it's in custom mode.
Cool.
Yeah. So
That's like Overwatch.
yeah, it's like Overwatch.
Yeah, it's all
so
Overwatch shit.
this is like how the cosmetics works. You get different costumes. You unlock different costumes, and you get 3 things to change. You get to change his mask, his spear, and his swords. So you get you earn different
The
costumes.
presentation is on another fucking level.
Yeah. So here, I think I do a brutality. So we might see a brutality here.
Yeah,
I think I test some. See, dude. I think I test some. I test like some animations and stuff, and I do believe I get a brutality here.
Very play of the game.
Yeah. So my presentation, I
Maximum,
wanted to
maximum,
focus a lot on the customization thing because that's what I really want to see. And I just show off these things here too. Right in the face. And he's presenting, right? This is what I was looking for. Now, this I didn't get much time with these characters, so I'm not going to do anything cool. But you'll see some brutalities, and you'll see customizations when it comes to like how to do certain brutalities. Cool stuff. You're not going to see game-changing gameplay right here. You'll see cool stuff. I think I want to try to get scorpions. Okay, so I miss it. Here's the cooldown. 5 seconds. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get it again, and I think I miss it again. So now here's where I'm testing the animations to see, like, let's look at this video, right? So then, like, literally I'm just testing normals to see if they improved on the animation. You know, like sweep kick, there's no real, I missed that. You get it 5 seconds. You guys will see Scorpion's thing.
Do you know anything about the custom variation system? Yes, so you get to pick three slots that you kind of get to work with. And those represents moves, and moves have different slottage.
Yeah.
Like,
And aesthetics associated with them.
Yeah.
So little costume pieces as well.
So here we go. Here we go.
Feels like it's...
Brutalizer.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I do a couple of them on those different videos. So this was just...
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like the custom stuff is not going to really matter for like ranked and or tournament play.
Yeah. But I think customizing your character, yes.
But the custom variations?
Not custom variations. Yeah. So this I'm going over Baraka. You want to see this, the Brutals, or do you want to see customization?
Where's the Brutals? Is it the next one?
The samurai helmet.
Let's see. Some of my stuff didn't go through. I do get a Brutal here.
So yeah, any of his command grabs, are you telling me none of them are down, back, forward?
No.
What the fuck?
There's back, forward.
Wow, they might have gotten rid of the down, back, forward motion.
In fact, it's just one command.
So yeah, I get...
I'm not specifically upset with that. Dictor Hawk, thank you, dude.
Back, forward seemed fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, down, back, forward is a very difficult motion in MK games.
Like, it's not 720 or 360, right?
No,
So
but it's like very specific. Like if you do fireball back, half circle forward, sometimes it doesn't work.
Oh,
you have to do down, back, forward.
SNK it.
You can, but it means you have to change all of your inputs to be fireballs, half circles.
Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. We'll take back. Like grapplers being half circle in like KOF games, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
That's super okay.
Half circle's great.
Super
when you get to
okay.
down, back, forward, I'm not alright with that. And here, I just want to do his... I want to show off the damage you can go. Look at like the faces right here. Oh.
Game is incredible looking, man.
Facial
expressions like frozen in time.
Expressions change a
fucking
lot.
awesome, dude.
Yeah. If there's no like selfie mode in this, like most other games get, like, you'll be missing out. But like, I'm sure if you pause it during a lot of gameplay, you'll be able to see.
So I get a brutality here.
Yep, that's about.
Damn,
that's a brutal.
Hey, look at that! I love that. The walk away is so badass. Yeah, Garrus is fucking sick with it. I like that.
If it keeps going, then I get another brutality. I believe I get. Yeah.
I've seen that. Oh, so there's that. There's the uppercut.
Another thing. Another video.
Oh, is it on? Sorry.
Yeah.
Very tired.
Yeah.
It's the last one.
Long day.
Well, see the other ones? Because there should have been more. Let's see this. Go towards the end. See, some of my capture stuff didn't come through.
Yeah.
This.
New customization.
New customization. Yeah, there should be some doodles here. More customization.
More custom.
Yeah, geez, some of my brutalities didn't come through. These are the only ones. So, I mean, I got a lot of footage.
There they are.
Oh, what?
Found them.
You found them?
They're here.
TS files.
Oh, okay, great. Or this is them showing me. This is NetherRealm guys explaining the character. This, you're not going to see a brutal here. This is Dizzy. He's teaching me about some stuff. He's like the phase back. So this, you're not going to see a brutal here. He's just teaching me about.
I'm down to see cool stuff.
What's up?
I'm down to see cool stuff.
It's mostly
So
about
what
he's.
What was the input to teleport him back like that? Did he mention all
I
those?
believe that was a meter thing.
Okay.
Which is a really good tool if you
Yeah.
think about it. You get in, you do a move, you meter burn, do that, and then he says you can punish and do some nasty stuff off of it.
Because the big mystery of the day
Yeah.
was his third variation has this unique mechanic, and no one has all day knew what it did or how
Yeah.
to do it. So like, trying to see what I can hear about that. Down.
And then he was just kind of trying to show me like kind of stuff he has, and then he was doing setups with the time bomb.
With the hourglass.
The hourglass.
Yeah. The hourglass lets you do again. You get a juggle off of it, or
Can you hear the voices? Because they're probably talking.
Yeah, they're
to
there.
me.
You can actually hear you guys, but barely. Probably the mics aren't close to your mouths.
Yeah. So literally, I'm talking.
Yeah, so the timer he's referring to is if you do Garrus's fireballs, his ground sand explosion, you do the meter burn version, and instead a sand timer, an hourglass appears in midair, and when the timer counts down, then the fireball goes off. So he puts a little trap on screen and he gets to position himself.
Yeah. Oh, and then I was learning some Scorpion, and this is like, oh, this is where you meter burn. You do up 4, so yeah, this is kind of like.
On the describe the rewind, you can do it mid combo and gain life back as well. Oh.
What the fuck?
Oh, damn.
Okay.
What the? Does it cost like a bunch of bar?
He can rewind time to gain back life.
Nice. So Max got this other file, so he can save. There'll be more brutals there.
Is he basically Zasalavel? Yeah, kinda.
Right?
Sorta.
I got the first thing I thought of when I looked at him. No scythe, but he's stopping time and he's playing with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do his brutality. Try to do it. No, I didn't get it. I think I do his brutality.
And it's like if he's futzing with time, what like isn't the Chrono last boss girl also just gonna be about time powers as well?
Did Sub have his command throw? Not in the variations I was playing. No.
So like the last boss girl was gonna be playing with time as well, so I guess they're both just gonna be time characters.
Yeah, right?
Because her whole thing is time travel.
Oh, I do this fatality though. This fatality is freaking pretty badass.
Oh,
I haven't even
this is the most stylish fatality in the entire franchise, I think.
That is badass, man. Holy fuck.
That is the most stylish one in the entire franchise.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
That is absolutely my favorite fatality. Like, straight up.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that one's pretty fucking cool.
So sick.
Presentation is just
so sick.
Insane.
Yeah.
Like, you understand, like, when you see a game that looks this good, why AAA fighting games are special. Like, because you don't ever see this shit, dude. That's the weirdest, craziest thing about fighting games is that you never see anything with this kind of budget. And then when you finally see a fighting game with a budget, it's like, holy fuck, dude.
Right, because you're used to like God of War.
Yeah.
You know? God of War gets that money. Fighting games don't get that money.
Fighting games don't get this kind of money. Yeah, and
you
it's
see
like
corners getting cut, and you're like,
you see corners getting cut all the time in fighting games nowadays. They're supposed to be like AAA fighting games,
and you're like, that's where we live.
Now to like see one that just goes 9,000% out on the visuals, and it's just like this game's gonna look fuck ass incredible. Get ready.
So here's me.
It's very nice.
Checking animation. I'm like, all right, let's see. Nothing's jank. Nothing has that katana.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Fighters, same thing.
And you know what, Max? Like, we're in a world where not a lot of franchises can afford to go all out on fighting games in that way.
You can't take
because
the risk.
because the money's not going to pay off for all of them.
And you know which one it does pay off?
Big
it pays off
franchises.
it pays off in MK.
Yep.
It'll pay off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a household name, you know.
Yeah,
absolutely.
How's the Switch going to manage this game running this good? 360p is your answer.
Oh, look, this one's all right.
Oh yeah, the arm.
Yeah, but then he's like, "Oh, guess what? I had a snack." I forgot.
Just twitches.
I had a snack right here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he had a snack with him the
I'm
whole
confused.
entire time.
Where did that thing come from?
We had it with him.
It's not hers?
No, it's not hers.
What the fuck?
He had a snack in his
Weird.
back pocket.
That's a weird brutality.
Yeah.
So yeah, like when you think about like you know, like ArcSys making something like Exerd or KOF making KOF 13 look as beautiful as it did, but it's like those are not the big budget crazy ass AAA franchises.
They're actually not.
You know. Yeah,
This style,
that costume.
I love this
that
costume.
absolutely.
Yes.
You know the deal.
Yes.
Short hair for the win.
Yes. Short hair. Got the streaks
Hell
of red
yeah.
in there. This costume is fucking fantastic.
So that move where she hurts
That's a
both
low.
you and her at herself at the same time.
That one so far it hasn't. I'm still there's some of her moves weren't explained, and I didn't have anybody next to me. So
I just realized she pulls out a blood sight, and starts whacking you with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Mira.
Mira.
AI.
Yeah.
That's literally what fucking Mira does.
Yeah.
It's just that on Mira we couldn't get it to be
blood.
Yeah.
Because it was rated team. Yeah. This costume. Like if there's no Melina, I can get down with her. I just have to.
How the fuck did I not notice that?
I came to the conclusion that between her, Zasalamel, and Gordo, and Ruby, scythes are just OP in every fighting game.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Scythes are the best.
Testament.
They're unstoppable.
I want to do her crushing blows. So you got like, if you go through my footage, you'll get lots of crushing blows, brutalities, and we get comboed into that. Right?
Yeah.
Another one.
She was a really good pick, honestly. Like they knew that people loved Scarlet. Look how fast that is!
Yeah, that move is for some reason like one of the fastest things in the whole game. Like that jump off the wall.
And you don't have to do the jump arc either.
Yeah,
I fucked it up.
The jump interactable.
You can run up the wall and do a dive kick.
Yeah.
And it's even faster. Because it's a straight line.
I fuck it up this time, but I get it the next one.
Oh yeah, the heartbeat. I'm breaking up with you.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Okay, I think we should just be friends.
Here's the moment where you can see his heart actually break.
It's not you, it's me.
Watch, Lisa. Here's the moment you can actually see his heart ripping in half.
Yeah.
We should just be friends.
There's Katana.
It's still in this. Yeah, there's Katana, like right there.
Here's Katana.
I believe that's Liu Kang over there.
Wait a minute.
What?
Characters? Is that Sub-Zero? Is that Smoke?
Yeah, so here's where I just learned it. It's not that long. I go back and I'm like, okay, what was the brutal thing? Watch. I go look. The brutalities are right there.
Oh, finishers.
So look, you go gutted, hold one, hold. They're really easy. I don't think there's requirements now. I think the requirements now are on the things.
Weird.
So this is where I do it.
I didn't see the rest of this menu actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at Katana right there.
Yeah.
I believe that's Liu Kang. And the rain right there, guys. Oh, and they're saying that's Kano's son?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I missed though, man? Like we popped in like a while back, popped in MK9, and just I forgot all about that main menu, Sub-Zero Scorpion.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, oh fuck. This game was like in.
Yeah. It was very.
That was the first thing you saw.
MK9 was so fan servicey. That's the big thing I realize about it now after a guy that got into Mortal Kombat a lot through MKX and after being gone since like MK2. I realized after playing MKX and going back to MK9, MK9 has just made all the fans happy. Right characters.
Everyone's back.
Story moments were all good. You have to relive all the cool Mortal Kombat shit.
X-rays are an incredible mechanic.
X-rays were new and ridiculous.
They're supers in a Mortal Kombat
and all the
way.
weird fan servicey bullshit like babalities and stuff like that and toasties and
violent supers.
I like how he has Shao Kahn's
I would be
helmet.
shocked if there was toasties in this game, but we'll find out.
That super is so rocks. She goes to block and then gets her
goes through,
hand. Yeah.
See, but that's what I'm saying though. Is like again, MK9 had the new factor, right? No one had ever seen MK that amazing before.
Yeah.
And X had that roster. So what is 11 gonna bring? Because you know what I mean. Like it's got variations we know about. It's got roster we more or less know about.
Yeah.
What's the thing?
Spawn.
We're still waiting on that pop.
Right now, it's like crushing blows.
Crushing blows, right?
Crushing blows, yeah.
We're waiting on that real pop, though.
Hey, chat, which moves do you want to see?
People
Here, do that one, Kenny.
Okay.
Do that one right there.
Okay.
See? There it is, chat. See it?
So here.
Hey, did you see the stab? And the double stab? Got it. We'll do
Okay,
that
watch
one
it. I'm
for
gonna do a brutality for the chat. There you go. I just did this for you guys.
Secret builds. No.
There you go, guys. I did that.
Oh,
just
she
for
does
you.
the bathe in blood thing.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the whole thing she do in MK9. That's
Yeah,
good.
I did that for you guys.
You stole the build on a USB stick? What?
Yeah, we're running an EXE from a USB stick.
Yeah.
Nah, all right, chat.
There's more, but maybe you have to wait.
There is. We do have more, but
it's late. We had a long fucking day.
I have not been asleep for almost 48 hours.
Yeah.
I am super fucking tired.
I flew in just for this.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm
back on a plane
just
tomorrow.
for this.
Back on a plane.
Did you need a ride back to the place, or do you think you can get it?
Uber it. I'm good.
Okay, just making sure.
No worries.
Thank you guys.
Yo, thank you.
I don't want to bum anybody out.
No,
I
look.
feel like we're just kind of in a similar boat where we're hoping too that when the game comes out, we'll just all be happy with it and it'll all be fine and it'll be sick and the gameplay issues might not be even there. Like, just that's where we're at right now because there's so much of the game that I want to be so fucking excited about, and I am excited about.
I really think it's important to end it on that note that it's like the potential is absolutely there.
Oh God, yes.
And again, we didn't get that day two.
No, we didn't have day two to go back and absorb and take the knowledge we know and watch how other people are playing and kind of apply it.
Yeah. Even seeing some of that ketchup and mustard stuff, using all the mechanics, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we didn't get that extra time in, but from what we felt and from what the devs are saying, there is a direct agenda to change the basic...
Change the MK meta.
The MK meta, yeah. And for better and for worse, it's what you're feeling on every character in the game right now.
Yes.
It's what the game is steering you towards. And you playing as many hours as you did, it felt like the most efficient way to win.
And
right?
like I said, the devs pretty much confirmed it.
Yeah.
And that was the part that was shocking, where it was like, oh shit, it's not just me. It's actually... That's the way they intend it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll just see what the response is from everybody else. The thing is, you guys will be able to play this in a couple of months. So I think you guys will be able to experience firsthand how exactly it feels.
Yes.
Because you see it, and until you play it, you'll understand kind of exactly what we're talking about, unless it changes. And that'd be kind of crazy. But for the most part, I'm still excited. It's definitely in our best interest. Technically, to just be overhyped about everything and super excited that everything is badass and just come to tell you how badass and cool it is and don't ask why, it's just badass and cool.
Yeah.
Prefer to be honest with you guys and tell you exactly how we feel. And the weird thing is that we all kind of felt the same way. Yeah. The hardcore Mortal Kombat guys, the guy that got a tattoo today felt the same way that I kind of did, and so did Steve, and so did plenty of other people.
Some of the pros too. It's like, I like the swagginess of MKX. I like the swagginess of MK9. It's there. It's just set up a little different in this game, but
the thing is, we are fanboys. I'm absolutely fanboying out over all the crazy presentation shit. Like I can't wait to get into it.
There will continue to be pop-offs when we see new versions of the characters we know and love.
Yes.
When we see the new things they can do.
Oh fuck yeah!
Right, and like the new fatalities.
If I see Noob Saibot form as after a big old puddle of gloop and come in like this and shit, I'm gonna be fucking flipping out.
Make no mistake, all that's coming back, and it's gonna be rad.
We're gonna get to see how they redesign Cabal in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to see Cabal redone. So
yeah.
I mean, I love this shit. It's just we'll see how it plays out. One thing that's also very important to realize: vanilla MKX was a little rough.
Yeah. Vanilla MKX, yeah.
Who remembers Vanilla MKX? Little rough.
Vanilla everything is a little rough.
Wooly's got a good point. Vanilla any new fighting game, kind of fucking rough when it for anything.
Vanilla insert fighting game here.
Yeah.
No fighting game you can think of the vanilla version. I'd like to go back to that.
Running through the database, not one. Literally not one.
I can't even think of one where the vanilla version, Vanilla Marvel 3. Jesus Christ.
No.
No. DHC glitch, then that was it. You're done. Like, sort of the new generation. Ugh.
Street Fighter 4.
Oh my god.
Not one. Not one.
And the game will evolve. It'll develop, and over the 2 years where it'll get supported, competitively and development wise.
Like Vanilla Persona.
Yeah.
I'm all about Vanilla Persona. I love it. But yeah, regardless, this is absolutely gonna. We're gonna see what happens in a couple months' time. And like you said, NetherRealm is one of the best at taking feedback.
Yeah, they are.
And that's a huge factor here as well.
The funny thing is that they addressed a lot of the things that we had issues with from the previous games, especially on a visual level.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is they seem to go instead of taking, here we're on this road, this Mortal Kombat gameplay road, and we can go straight, we can go left, and we can go right. And NetherRealm is approaching. They have the perspective and the reference of all the Mortal Kombat games before, and MK9 and MKX, and they're coming to that wonderful three-ray of the road, and they get out of the car and jump into plane and find a space. It's like, what the fuck, where are you going? Street Fighter? Like, what the...
We're going to Planet Street Fighter!
They pull over, they get out of the car, they jump in a Street Fighter plane, and they start flying away, and it's like...
But the car's fine! The car, just full tank of gas!
The MK car is great! The Mortal Kombat car!
What? Mortal Kombat car's like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna do footsies and close range spacing. Okay.
Barely any mileage on that car.
Shot of airplane going into sunset.
Yeah.
It was definitely very interesting.
And it goes, Japan.
Japan. Yeah.
So we have no perspective whether or not the spaceship is going to land on a desolate rock in the middle of nowhere or fucking Valhalla. Yeah. We don't know yet, and that's my positive take on all this. We have no idea until the game is out, so we'll see what happens. Much less we have a beta. We got a beta.
You got a beta.
All things considered, vanilla Dragon Ball FighterZ at E3 compared to what the beta was.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
So that's the thing is vanilla to them is not vanilla to me.
Not to us. We played Dragon Ball FighterZ E3 version. Except for K, I'm bad. Thank you, dude. Holy hell.
Vanilla 16. Every time someone was incoming.
Vanish into super dash, into vanish into super dash, into vanish into super dash, and it's an infinite. Fucking cool. A lot changed in 3 months with Dragon Ball leading into that September beta, so we shall see. Anyway, dudes, I thank you all for the support. I'm sorry I can't get to all the messages tonight. My voice is shot after being up and talking to everybody for 2 days.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Wooly, for coming over.
Appreciate it.
You're always welcome to come and play and jam and talk fighting games with us.
It's a good perspective, too, because you're a big Street Fighter fan, but you do love the MK, too.
Dude, I'm a fresh convert. After 9 brought me over, I used to grow up making fun of MK, but not anymore, man. I'm in,
I was in your boat. I grew up, MK2 was cool, and then after, a little bit of UMK3, but after those PlayStation MKs and MK4, yo, Quinn, thank you, dude. I was kind of I don't know about these Mortal Kombat games. I'm going to stick with Capcom stuff. And then, MKX. Oh, actually, Injustice, and then MKX converted me, hard. And then I went back to MK9, this is good. Actually, this is a lot of fun.
I was I remember a solid, mid-aughts phase of, LOL American Fighters. And then MK9 was yo, shut up. And I was okay, you're right.
You're right. Oh, you're right. So I'm very, very similar ship that you're in. Anyway, guys, thank you a ton. I'll see you most likely tomorrow if I'm not completely exhausted. Dr. Dan, thank you for the Prime sub, guys.
And for those of you asking, you can check me out on Wooly Versus on Twitch.
Wooly Versus on Twitch, and is it Wooly Versus on YouTube as well?
Wooly Versus on YouTube. You got to spell out the word versus.
Yeah, WOOLIE Versus. Yeah. Unruly, Wooly. I don't know.
Wooly and Unruly.
You have to add one O.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, one O for me.
Somehow you've been coordinating all these years. Anyway, guys, have a great night. And I'll be putting up more Mortal Kombat footage as soon as I possibly can on YouTube. But for now, if you want to watch our initial reactions, we were insanely hyped at that first reveal to all the visuals and everything. It was a fucking blast. Anyway, good night, dudes. See you next time. Thank you. Peace.